Hey, yo. That was excellent connection. Hey, guys. Well, it might be bad, bro. Chill. Mm, 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 mm. Ah! Are you serious? How do I fix this? Hey, yo. Hold on. Yo. Right now, it's saying that it's buffering. So either it's the rain or I have to restart. And I don't know which one to do. Well, I know which one to do. The only one I can do. Mm. So is it lagging? Bruh, I'm seeing a madness over here. It is not lagging. Then we can get into it. It was never right. See? Look. This. Not good. Anyway. Shut up. I remember that. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get into these. We're gonna be watching some holiday horror films. Give me 1 second. Mm. I wish this would go away. Stream status poor. Are you kidding me? Let's see. Let's see if it's just YouTube. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But like, bro, no one's gonna come up. Yo, Smokey, what's going on? Is it lagging for you or no? Yeah, if you say it's not, because right now it's saying that the stream status is poor. But if we're good for you guys, then I'll just watch. We'll just watch some videos. Mill lag. I'm weak. Yeah, we can watch some top fives. I wanted to watch a few holiday horror films, like short films. And I say a few because there's not that many. And they're very short too. Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I'm not providing ASMR over there. The Little Helpers Christmas horror short film. Let's go. Hey yo. She's slaving away. Oh, that ain't blood. I'm over there being slow. Okay. Why don't I have two ears in? Hey yo. That boy tall. What is that one big one in there? Let me turn it up. Y'all didn't miss nothing. I'm over here not realizing it's low. They haven't really said anything. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. That's what she's saying. Oh, what's in the box again? Nothing. I didn't see it. No. 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 I was about to say, did he do it before she get help? Dang, boy got shot and flew.
Joy to the world.
What? I want a bike. I can see it better on that screen. Hold on. Dear Santa, for Christmas, I want a bike. What was it? A crossbow and a football from Ricky.
The Lord has come.
Ricky.
Let earth receive her King.
Ricky from the video that's about to drop tomorrow.
Every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing. And
Oh yeah. Before I forget, 2 videos dropping this weekend. So, you know. Um.
It
Oh,
was just before
let's watch
Christmas of
this.
2005, 3 weeks shy of my 50th birthday. I went to the gym, rode there and back on my bicycle, and unfortunately found myself struggling a bit in a drizzle and headwind on the way home. Got home, wife leaves for the movies with her sister, and my post-workout meal consists of snacking on some leftover chicken. But right as I'm stuffing my face, I noticed this dull, unusual pain in my chest. Felt like indigestion, and since I suddenly wasn't hungry anymore, I figured that's exactly what it was. Yet within a few minutes, the pain got more intense and spread through my upper chest, and I know enough from movies and TV shows that when your left arm goes numb and you get those sharp chest pains, you're in a lot of trouble. First, I called 911. After that,
What's
I
that?
called my wife. EMTs were at my
Boy's
house in
hair
a
is
few
talking
moments,
on the
and
phone.
they got me on the sofa and began working on me. I began to feel very tired, like I wanted to close my eyes and sleep, but the EMT kept telling me to stay awake. I closed my eyes for what I thought was a moment. I just couldn't help it. And the next thing I know, I was on the floor, and an EMT was kneeling alongside me with the defib paddles in his
Yo,
hands.
Tyler,
I had
what's
flatlined
good?
due to my heart working too fast, and I later learned was down to a 90% blockage of my artery. This happened at
You're
least
not
3
late
more
this
times at the
time.
hospital before I was stable enough to have a cardiologist get me in an OR and insert a stent. Apparently, they called that the Widowmaker or something, as only like 1 in 10 men of my age group survive it. So, the fact that I'm still here is apparently nothing short of a miracle. I spent the next 3 days lying in a hospital bed, and after I was sent home, I spent another 2 weeks recovering in my own bed, followed by almost 3 months of cardiac physical therapy. I've
Yo,
recovered well and am a pretty healthy 64-year-old today. I take a number of maintenance meds, and I fought hard to keep my weight down and
how
eat
old?
correctly.
How old
But I
is
suppose
bro?
what and am a pretty healthy 64-year-old today. I take a number of maintenance meds, and I
Oh,
fought hard to
64
keep my
today.
weight down and eat correctly. But I suppose what I really want to say here is that I don't recall going down before being shocked back. It's like you don't know what's happening. When I came to, it was like waking up from a deep nap. But it's the nearest to death I've ever been, and although I don't wish to get that close again, there came a sense of peacefulness that I just wasn't expecting. And ironically, that's what creeps me out the most. When I was a kid, I witnessed a neighbor murder his wife on Christmas Eve. I was still at that age where I actually believed in Santa, so when my mom and dad put me to bed, I stayed up and stared out the window, hoping to catch a glimpse of him landing on the rooftops in our neighborhood. It didn't take long before I
I'm weak.
realized that I could see into my neighbor's bedroom. It was dark, and all I could see was the shape of a sleeping person covered in a
You don't want to
duvet,
do that. Don't
lit
do
up
that.
by the light of a nearby
Stop
TV.
looking, bro.
Not exactly Skinamax, I'm sure you'll agree, so I didn't feel too guilty about it, and I kept on looking out for Santa's magic sleigh. Suddenly, There was movement in the bedroom across the way, and I looked in time to see my neighbor walking in on his sleeping wife. I try to pry my attention away from the bedroom as he moved towards the bed, but then it's quickly drawn back when I see fast, violent movements in the light of the TV. In the low light, it just looked like my neighbor was hitting his wife. And I know that's bad enough, but all I could see were these
Not so bad.
downward, moving blows and nothing else. So as distressed as I was, all I told my mom and dad when I ran downstairs was like, I think the neighbor's beating up the neighbor mom. My
I
dad
think
just
the neighbor
bolts
is beating up
upstairs,
the neighbor
figuring
mom.
I'd seen something from my bedroom
Don't
window.
do that.
He went up to check it
Go
out. But
next
by
door.
that time, someone had drawn the curtains. My dad asked me if I hadn't just had a bad dream, but I swore to him that I'd been awake and on the lookout for Santa. I then repeated everything I'd seen in exact detail, and by that time, Mom was listening too. When I finished,
It's been
Dad
going
and Mom
good.
gave each other a look.
Glad to see you in the
You
stream.
know, one of those mom and dad concerned looks that's like an entire conversation.
2 new
with
videos
silent words spoken.
this weekend.
Then
Tomorrow,
my dad
and Sunday.
and asked me something.
2 new videos.
Buddy, are you sure that's what you saw? Because we could get in a lot of trouble if that's not true. But again, I'm not totally insistent that I saw what I saw. And I didn't find out what happened immediately after that until quite a while later. But as I was actually drifting off to sleep, Mom and Dad were downstairs having a very tense but quiet conversation. Dad, to his eternal shame, was insisting that I couldn't be sure, that the room had been dark, and that I might have even seen them possibly doing something that I shouldn't have, and just
Hey,
not
yo.
understood what I was seeing.
No.
Mom, on the
How
other
old
hand,
is
was
bro?
steadfast in her better safe than sorry attitude, and told my dad that if he didn't call the cops, she'd take me to my aunt's place because she wouldn't be celebrating Christmas next to a wife-beating neighbor. And that was that. My dad called the cops.
Yup.
He said he was praying
But
it was
into
some
his
kind of mistake.
side of his head.
But given how he could just give an anonymous tip, he figured, why not? My parents then watched from their own bedroom window, which had a view of
There
the
you go.
neighbor's driveway, as the
Anonymous
cops
tip.
pulled up outside and knocked on their door. They said it was this nail-biting moment, hoping they'd hear the sound of the neighbor's wife answering the door before being all, "Oh, good evening, officers. What seems to be the problem?" That way, they could just carry on drinking eggnog and watching Jesus Christ Superstar or whatever they had on down there. But instead of that, they watched the cops knock, then knock again, all before they apparently turned on their flashlights and began circling the home. What woke me up was hearing, "Sir, come out with your hands up," and all this other cop speak when the police finally blocked off the guy's house for the eventual standoff that would unfold. Our neighbor had a gun, and he was threatening to shoot at police
he was
officers
still in
if
there.
they attempted to enter his home. The next thing I remember, my mom was rushing into my room and telling me to get dressed. The cops had knocked at our house and told us that they were evacuating the area, just as a precaution in case a shootout had commenced. Our house had that old stucco style of wall, which is apparently pretty safe, but even so, the cops weren't taking any chances. Considering that we lived in Texas at the time, the guy could have had anything in there. My parents say that when they were driving out of the area, the whole street lit up by blue and red flashing lights. They had no idea what kind of scene that they were going to come back to.
Wait, next video will be Polar Express. No, it won't be Polar Express. Well, hold on. I won't do that because I've already seen it. That's one of my holy grails of Christmas. But I'm going to put my Discord link in the chat. Join that. Because I want to do movie nights in the Discord. And I want to watch some movies that, you know, we kind of all seen before. Like Home Alone, Polar Express. If it will load. Oh my God. Try and put it in the chat real quick. The link. Like, bruh.
This wasn't all that long after the whole Waco thing either. Well, a few years after, but fear of some repeat shootout type deal weighed on everyone's mind as news of the standoff got around town. And it ended pretty anticlimactically. The guy actually took his own life as the police were finally busting into his house. But upstairs they found the dead body of his wife, still lying in her bed, exactly where I'd seen her, stabbed more than 30 times. I hadn't been watching the guy hitting his wife. I've been watching him stab her over and over again, and all I'd done for a couple of the seconds there was just watch. Once all the info was out there, Mom and Dad tried as best they could to shield me from it, because they correctly figured that once I put two and two together and worked out what I'd seen, I'd be extremely messed up by it. And yeah, I really was. Seeing it screwed me up for a long time afterward, and I didn't grow up out of the general anxiety disorder until
Join
my
the Discord,
20s. I just
and
figured
then
that
you
if our
can
neighbor
we
could do
can
something
chat,
so
and
terrible
then
to someone he seemed to love, then anyone could do
let
it.
me know what movies.
People I'd known for years, people I was otherwise warm to, they could be capable of the obscenest acts of random evil. Just because they looked normal, just because they smiled when they saw you in the driveway in the mornings, didn't mean they were a monster, hiding in plain sight.
Serial killer, bro.
Back when I was a kid, me and all my brothers and sisters would sleep in the basement on Christmas Eve to give Santa, i.e. our parents, enough space to arrange all of the presents under the Christmas tree. One night, I remember noticing that there was a lot of noise coming from outside on the street, but we couldn't see or anything because there was snow covering the windows. Suddenly, our mom came downstairs and told us not to come upstairs until she told us. Not long after, we heard sirens and saw police lights reflecting in the snow. But this was kind of a rough neighborhood, so it wasn't like a few emergency vehicles were going to make our ears prick up. There was a lot of commotion that we couldn't see, but we were so excited that it was Christmas Eve that we just didn't pay it any mind.
Bro, smiling.
Then, the next thing we know, my dad is walking down the stairs followed by none other than Santa Claus himself. We all just freaked out. I heard you had to line up for hours at the mall if you wanted to meet Santa. Then there he was, making a guest appearance at my house on Christmas Eve, his busiest time, which was definitely a high compliment.
Bro, getting away from the cops.
We all said hi, ran up and gave him hugs, before Santa told us that his sleigh crashed in the snow outside. He was waiting for the police to show up so they could get him back in the skies again, and while they were working to get him unstuck, he had decided to come visit a few of us neighborhood kids to see how our Christmases were going. He also had a huge surprise for us.
Bro, what you
He had
doing?
a present for each of us. And we
Go
were
put
allowed
my
to open them
presents
early.
under the tree.
We opened them up, sang a few Christmas songs, and
What are you doing down here?
when we were done, Santa said goodbye and went back to delivering toys. And it wasn't until years later
My Christmas is gonna go well if I get that new Hot Wheels set. Yup. That's what I would have said.
that I found out what really happened that night. Santa hadn't crashed in the street outside. In reality, there had been a huge gang fight outside of our house involving knives and baseball bats. 3 people had lost their lives that night, which the
Whoa.
EMTs were unable to save a single one of them.
Dang.
In the chaos that followed, an older guy from our church who happened to live down the road figured my parents might be struggling to help keep us calm with all the violence outside. So, not knowing that we were blissfully ignorant of it, he put on his Santa suit and came over once the police arrived. Santa was a hero to me as a child, but I now know that it was a kindly neighbor that was the real hero, and stuff like that is what Christmas is all about.
But what's in the bag?
My grandma always described Uncle John as an odd duck. Quirky was the word my mom used. Personally, growing up as the middle child in a really big family, I always just saw him as fun Uncle John. He would always bring us presents every time he'd visit, and he just always seemed like the life of the party. You'd be able to hear him telling a story from 2 rooms over because of how excited he would get in his retelling. Then one holiday weekend, something had changed. He was really reserved in a way that frightened me. This bubbly, ever-friendly man that I'd grown up adoring was now seemingly someone entirely different. And he was more than just quiet. He was morose. My cousin and I were pulling a Christmas cracker, and when it popped, it was the first shred of a real reaction that I'd seen from John all night long. He was beyond startled. He was shook up and screaming his lungs out. Near inconsolable for a few minutes, and then in a flash, just as quickly as it had started, he was right back to his near comatose state of reservedness. Later on, when all of my relatives were getting ready to head home after the evening's festivities, I overheard my parents whispering between themselves in the kitchen. My mom saying things like, "It wouldn't be right to send him off back to his motel room. He was so upset earlier. Clearly he still needs more time. He shouldn't be alone right now." My dad then cutting her off with a dismissive, "Look, what happened to him was terrible, but I really don't want him here overnight while he's like this. Who knows what could happen?" Whatever argument followed next, my mother clearly won, because my dad was making up the bed in the spare room for John just minutes later. That night, as my mom was tucking my tiny 9-year-old frame into bed, she offered a few vague reassurances. "Your Uncle John is just a little mixed up right now. He had a terrible accident and he just needs our help to become himself again. It'll be fine, sweetie. I promise." Feeling an air of naive relief wash over me, I quickly drifted off to sleep.
But the quickest
for a while
smile.
at least. I later woke up in the pitch blackness of my large bedroom, a thin sliver of light creeping in from the street lamp outside, the only sound being the same light snoring from my parents' room down the hall that I'd become so accustomed to. But just as I was falling back into a slumber, I noticed a different sound coming
Uncle
from the
John,
hallway.
what the heck you doing?
In between my dad's snores, I could hear breathing. Not too heavy, but loud enough to distinguish itself from my dad's
I thought
ominous
he had
sleep
the
sounds.
shiesty mask. I thought
It
he had the
wasn't in
mask
the room
on.
with me, thank God, but it was definitely there, in the hallway, and the more intently I listened, the louder it seemed to get. A consistent light breath pattern with a slight raspiness to it. With each inflection of breath, I could hear the rattle. I knew for sure that it wasn't one of my siblings. It was very clearly an adult. At least an hour of this passed, and I was now wide awake and absolutely terrified. I was struggling to work up the courage to scream for my parents. Then suddenly my heart nearly burst out of my chest. Whatever was in the hallway darted from its place in the center between mine and my parents' room, then down the stairs and out the back door, slamming it hard behind itself. This commotion was more than enough to rouse my mom and dad, and
I was
they
about to
quickly
say,
got
I
up
hope
to
they woke up.
investigate. My mom bursts in and then immediately begins questioning me once she sees I'm awake too. "Are you okay? Was Uncle John in your room?" she asked, amongst other things. That's when my dad then walked in and then ushered my mom back into the privacy of the hallway. I couldn't really make out much of the conversation, except for the first thing he said to her. "John's not in his room."
Nope.
Uncle John was missing for about 4 hours.
He made
In
the
the
bed
early
up
morning,
too.
My dad ended up finding him at the bottom of a steep ravine, a short walk away from our property. He was wedged deep in a crevice, feet pointing up to the sky, with his head crushed in between 2 tight rock formations, barely recognizable if not for the fact that he was wearing the same clothes, minus a slipper and a long strip of leg material from the PJs my dad had loaned him the night before. The theory from investigators is that he had ran from the house in distress, then wound up at the cliffy rock side above where he was found, and tripped off without seeing the ledge in the darkness, then tumbling headfirst into the murky rocks below. I never saw the scene myself for obvious reasons, but when I talked to my dad about it, not too long before he died, he told me that something about the whole thing just really seemed off. Besides the fact that it was a bloody mess, John was wedged in this crevice in a way that just really didn't seem natural at all, as in that it would have been very difficult to fall from the cliffside right into the ravine and land head first with enough accuracy to make the small gap in the rock formation, especially in the dead of night in a confused daze after having recently suffered severe head trauma from a car accident. Of course, it was ruled a suicide though, and nothing more ever came of it. We didn't really talk about John much after that while I was growing up. Whenever I'd bring him up, my mom would always say that he joined the army, or found work abroad, or whatever other excuse she could think up on the fly. Her
What?
answer was never the same. I think it was all just too painful for her. I can't help but wonder though, what really happened to him that Christmas night way back then. I never got any in-depth details about his accident, but it must have been truly devastating for him mentally. Why did he run from the house, and why so suddenly? I suppose I'll never know. I can't help but think about him though, especially when I wake up in the middle of the night to be met with a deafening silence in the pitch black, listening for the breathing in the hallway.
Okay, that was the best one.
I was probably a 6 or 7 year old girl, but to be honest, I don't really remember my age at the time, just that I was a young kid. My family used to spend our Christmas Eve nights at my Aunt A's house, along with the rest of our extended family. Nothing unusual ever happened every year. That is,
Why some
until
of the
this one
patches
particular
are green,
year.
but these are white?
I want to start
That
off
make
by
no
saying
sense.
that no one in my extended family ever spent the night at my Aunt A's. We'd all usually go home afterwards, and then come back the next day for Christmas dinner. Apparently that year, my dad had drank a lot of beer, and at the time, my mom was afraid to drive at night, so we decided to just spend the night there.
And now,
I
unless
remember playing with my cousin Jay and my older sister Em in the living room, as all the
where they at? SpongeBob, what? Unless this is a girl now, I don't know. That's a boy. It said a young girl.
adults talked and laughed while
I'm-
watching over us. I suddenly felt tired, so I decided to lay down on a medium-sized SpongeBob SquarePants plush toy that I'd saw on the floor. The next thing I remember, I woke up in the middle of the night to what I can guess was probably around 12 to 3 a.m. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I was laying on the couch that faces a doorway that connects the living room and dining room as well as the kitchen. There happened to be a window on the right side of the living room that let in moonlight, which really illuminated a portion of the living room. I remember looking up and seeing 2 kids standing at the doorway. They were completely white, which I thought was because of the moonlight hitting them. It looked like they were having
They were completely white. Yeah,
a conversation,
literally everything except bro sneakers.
with the girl turned at the boy, and both doing suggestive hand movements that one might do during a conversation. The weird part was that I couldn't hear a single sound coming from them, not even a whisper. The room was completely silent. It was like if you were watching 2 people talk
I
on
can
TV,
tell that's a girl.
but you hit the mute button. They didn't seem to notice that
No,
I was
I'm
looking
finna
at
look.
them either.
I'm finna look at
They
that.
also kind of
person.
resembled my cousin Jay and my sister Em in terms of height. Because of this, I initially thought it was them.
That's a boy.
I was just about to get up and walk over to them to ask what the hell they were doing at this time of night, when suddenly, I got this really uneasy feeling that maybe I shouldn't. So I decided to wake up my mom, who was right below me sleeping on the floor. I then asked her where was Jay and my sister Em. She annoyingly replied that Jay was sleeping in his room and my sister Em was sleeping on the same couch I was sleeping in, just below my legs. I know this might sound confusing, but I was sleeping on a curved long couch, so I didn't immediately notice that my sister was sleeping on the couch with me. Anyways, as soon as my mom told me this, my heart immediately started racing. Then who are these kids? I thought. I know it wasn't any of my other cousins because I scanned the living room, and it was only my family sleeping here, not any aunts or uncles in sight. And remember when I said that no one spends the night at Aunt A's house? So I knew they weren't any of my cousins. They didn't even look like them. In the middle of me rambling,
They were
my
all
head,
white.
trying to deduce what the hell was going on, I looked up and saw that those kids had stopped whatever they were doing, and then started staring right in my direction.
Nah,
They
chill.
were standing there still,
What y'all doing?
just looking at me. I could literally feel their gaze. I immediately got super spooked. I guess I was too scared to even wake up my mom, because all I did was bury my head in the blanket that I was wrapped up in, just not knowing what the hell to do.
You better tell
I stayed
SpongeBob
like
to
that for
protect
at
you.
least 20 minutes, just waiting. When I finally gathered the courage to peek out, I saw that they were gone. After that, my memory started to fade, so I suppose I fell asleep after that. I must have been a dumb child, because I didn't tell my mom what I saw until years later. You see, at first, I thought I may have imagined it because I was just a kid. However, when I told my mom about my experience, she seemed really spooked. She told me that my Aunt A had apparently been having really odd experiences while living in that house. This ranged from spoons and pans suddenly falling on the floor to hearing heavy footsteps in the living room at times when she was supposed to be home alone. She experienced other creepy encounters too, but that's just to describe what was generally going on in the house.
That's why no one slept at
Because
Aunt
of
A's
this,
house.
my mom believes that I may have seen the spirits of 2 children, especially because according to her, usually children can sometimes see spirits because they're really innocent and pure-hearted. Now that I think about it, I remember that I never really liked being alone in any of the rooms when I'd visit there. I would always really get this unsettling, creepy feeling when I did find myself alone there, so I would always stick by my sister and cousin at all times. I never really experienced anything else creepy there. Well, with the exception of the second time I slept there. That time though, I'd slept with my parents on the same bed, and I remember waking up crying because I had dreamt of a naked lady covered in blood walking around in Aunt A's kitchen. I couldn't really be too sure about that one because, well, it could have just been a bad dream. However, after my first creepy experience there,
Now, if she wasn't
that place
covered in
just always
blood,
gave me the creeps every time.
would
I
it be a
visited
bad
after
dream?
that. After my mom told me of Aunt A's experiences, I decided to do some research on the house, and I discovered it was built in 1928. Since the house is really old and was owned by a lot of people in the past, it's honestly very possible people died there, and perhaps even those 2 kids. My Aunt A eventually moved out, by the way. I'm not too sure if those 2 spirits were malevolent or not, but this encounter was enough to make me strongly
Or they
believe
looked like
that
it?
spirits and the paranormal definitely exist.
It was December, some many years ago. I somehow found myself doing shoots for one of those get your picture taken with Santa things. For the most part, I just took the money for the pictures and everyone else did the rest. It wasn't exactly the most exciting thing. Without going into too much detail, I'll just say that when it came to an end, I think I was more excited for that than I was my own high school graduation. There's a lot of reasons. Things like screaming children, the ironic teenagers who had a tendency to mess with the setup, you name it. But I think the biggest thing was the fact that it was just plain humiliating. At least the people were nice. There was this super hot lady who was always nice to me. Not that I had a chance or anything, but it was a big reason why I didn't just walk away. The guy they had who played Santa was a funny dude. He played the role very well and very enthusiastically. The children, or at least the ones who weren't crying, just ate his act right up. In a lot of ways, I kind of admired the man. On
What's
breaks,
bro
I would
doing?
usually smoke with him in the back entrance. One time, I asked him what his secret was. He looked me square in the eyes with this intense stare, which, mind you, he was still dressed as Santa, so it was somewhere between being hard to take serious and also hard not just to shrug off. "Drugs," he said flatly. Then he held the look just long enough to make it extremely awkward.
Bad Santa?
Finally, he burst into laughter. It was hard not to laugh with him. The guy had one heck of a sense of humor. So one day, he pulls a no-call, no-show. I get in, and everyone is freaking out. Usually nobody cared all that much, as we all got to go home, but seeing as it was Christmas in a few days, this was when the profit was at its height. Messing with this was not to be taken lightly. 10 minutes into me showing up, and they decided I should take the role. I wasn't that old, however, I was pretty fat at the time. I put up an argument, but in the end, it was do it or get fired. I tried to convince myself that impressing the hot lady I mentioned earlier would make it worthwhile, but when that first kid crawled on my lap and told me that she wanted a PlayStation 2, I realized that nothing could redeem this. About 3 hours into doing this, I noticed a strange man sitting in the food court. He looked older, like his skin was leathery. He looked like he's been in a few fights, too. He was looking right at me. I'm not talking about a bypassing glance either, no. This guy was giving me the stink eye. I tried to ignore him,
Why?
figuring he'd just go away after a while, but the guy just stayed right there. He wouldn't stop staring at me. I wanted to point this guy out to my coworker, thinking that they could call security, but then I started to let the possible repercussions snowball in my head. What if he realized what I did, just walked away to another location where he could attack me in, let's say, the parking lot, or maybe the backseat of my car? By this point, I knew he was here for me. Nobody does what he does unless they're in it for the long run. Break time comes and I make a brisk jog, like walk away from his sight. As I do, I see him get up and
Stop
follow
following me, bro.
As soon as I hit the corner, I run for it. Realizing this goon might see me at any second,
Run.
I run straight into the public bathroom to my left and hide myself in one of the stalls.
Bro,
It's
you
about a
didn't
minute
leave
before
to
the
go
door
home?
bursts open and the creepy dude
I'm
runs into
quitting
the
after
bathroom,
that.
slightly out of breath. I hold my breath, terrified that if I didn't, the bells on the Santa suit would give me away. Thing is, it's pretty hard to hide when you're dressed like Father Christmas. You see, you got these red pants and these black boots. They're a dead giveaway, especially when you're hiding in a stall where you can see the feet underneath. The
Dude,
man saw
you're
it
supposed
straight
to
away and kicked
stand
the door open.
on the
He grabbed me by
toilet.
the collar and shoved me against the wall. I could tell he was in his late 30s, early 40s maybe. He demanded me
nah,
to give
bro.
him the money I owed him. Here's the thing. I'd never seen this guy before, not once in my entire life.
Oh,
Why
shoot.
would I owe him money? Did I borrow money
drugs,
from
bro.
someone recently?
No,
No,
the
that
dude who's
couldn't
supposed
be.
to be Santa.
I don't know
He
what
thinks
you're
it's
talking
him.
about. I tell him. I'm sufficiently freaked out at this point. What did I
Take it
get
off, take it
myself
off.
into? I mean, to an outsider, I'm sure it looks silly. A goon intimidating a Santa in a bathroom.
Nah, I know.
This guy rips my mask right off my face and throws
And
it
it's
in the
not
sink.
you.
Then he raises his fist to punch me. But before he lets his fist fly, he takes a step back, letting go of me. You're not him.
Exactly.
He looks more afraid than I do at this point. He demands that I stay right there as he pulls out a flip phone and calls somebody. He's pretty low-key about what he's saying, and I'm just standing there completely nervous. What was just a minute felt like hours to me as the man paced back and forth in the bathroom as I stand there in my beardless Santa outfit. Finally, the guy flips his phone shut and smiles at me. I see he's got teeth missing. I'll
Ugh.
never forget what he said. It was equal parts confusing and relieving. Sorry, bud. Wrong Santa. Merry Christmas. And out he went. I was pretty confused, to say the least.
How are you
I don't know
confused?
how I pulled off the rest of that Santa shift, but apparently not all that great. My boss kept reprimanding
Other
me for
dude had
seeming too
enemies.
nervous and not being
It
cheerful
ain't hard.
enough. Later that night, it all seemed to come together to me. The Santa who banged in, he was the one they were after. In the end, it all made perfect sense. Why he was so animated, why he always seemed in a good mood, the whole works. All things considered, he was very naughty, and I was almost the one who got the coal. I don't know if they ever caught up to him in the end, but if they did, I for one hope that his wallet was full. I'd hate to see what they'd do if he had nothing to give.
Uh-oh. Hold on. What is the... Let's see. That was cool. I like those. Let's see.
I was decorating my Christmas.
Every year before Christmas, a terrifying
that
feeling
narration
grabs
was
my
not
heart
it.
and mind. It's been 10 years, but I still can't erase the haunting memory of one Christmas day. My son was 5 years old when this incident happened. After the separation from my husband, Damien was my everything. He was always nice to people and good with kids at school. Whenever I went to pick him up from school, I always saw him surrounded by friends. I was happy to see him fitting in nicely with groups. The week before Christmas, Damien's school staged a children's play. After the show ended, I was driving home with him. I was praising him for his excellent performance in the play when he just told me, "I made a new friend today, Mom." I smiled
You
back and
did.
said, "You've been such a good boy this year, and I'm sure Santa will bring you lots of gifts for Christmas." His face lit up when I told him that.
Look at his
We
face.
got back home and had dinner. I tucked Damien into bed and he went to sleep. The next morning, when I woke up and went to the kitchen to make breakfast, I noticed the cookie jar was broken. Shattered glass and
It
cookies
wasn't
were
him.
lying all over the kitchen floor.
It was Damien's new
I
friend.
got really pissed off and called Damien into the room. Damien was brushing his teeth and came to the kitchen about 10 minutes later.
Nah, don't be mad
He
at
looked up at
Damien.
me and said, "What is it, Mom?" I said in an angry voice,
And why is
"Did
he
you
wearing
break
that
the
shirt
cookie
like
jar
that?
last night?" He shook his head and said, "No, it wasn't me." I said, "Really? Then who was it?" Damien looked at me and said, "It was Mr. Nobody." As I was
Oh.
in no mood for such jokes, I got even more angry and said, "Don't you try to fool me, Damien." Damien started to sob and said, "I am telling the truth, Mom. I told you I made a friend yesterday. He said his name was Mr. Nobody. He was the one who broke the cookie jar last night." Then he started to cry. I picked him up into a big hug and decided to drop the issue. I figured, like every other child, he too had an imaginary friend, and due to the fear of being grounded, he was just making up a story. Christmas was now 2 days away. My ex-husband called and said that he'd
I don't
like
know
to
if I
join us
believe
for
it.
Christmas dinner.
But I
I
would
knew how much
be
Damien
like,
missed
bro,
his father,
what you
so,
mean?
for his sake, I decided
No
to put
imaginary
aside our
friends.
marital issues for one night. That evening, I was doing house chores when I heard Damien's footsteps in my room. "Damien, how many times have I told you not to play in
Dang.
my room?" I screamed
Turn
out
her
loudly.
neck like that.
I could see a shadow moving on the wall opposite my bedroom door. I rushed to the corridor to scold Damien. I was about to
Ah.
peek inside when I heard Damien's voice from behind me. "Mom, I'm hungry." I was shocked and absolutely terrified at the same time. I slowly walked towards him and said, "Did you go into my room?" But Damien said, "No, I was in my room," and did something really creepy. He looked over my shoulder as if someone was standing behind me.
Uh-oh.
I immediately turned around, but didn't see anyone there.
It's Mr. Nobody.
Later on, I checked my room and the entire house, but all the doors and windows were already locked. Also, there was no sign of any forced entry. I got really worried this time and noticed weird things happening around the house. I started decorating the house as Christmas was knocking on the door. But sometimes I noticed things being misplaced from their positions. Like if I kept a lamp beside the porch in the living room and left for a few minutes, I always ended up finding it in the corner of the wall. Damien was too small to lift such a heavy lamp, and there was no one else in the house. One night, I went to the kitchen
who
to
is
get a
it
glass
then?
of water and thought to check on Damien on my way back. As I got close to his door, I heard his voice talking. He was speaking to someone. He talked in a very low voice, but I could still hear him. Damien was saying, "You can't walk around the house at night like this. If Mom sees you, she won't let you stay with us." I immediately
won't
entered
see
his
him.
room, thinking someone broke into our house. But there was no one inside. Damien was sitting on his bed nervously. I asked him,
That room
"Who
boring
were you
as heck.
talking to?" He looked towards his closet and then looked back at me. I said in a tensed voice, "Damien, you are scaring me now. Is there anyone in your room?" He still didn't say anything and just kept staring at me. I went to the closet and opened the door with
Oh,
my
nah,
trembling
boy. You
hand.
better speak.
There was no one inside. I heaved a sigh of relief and scolded Damien for staying awake so late. I tucked him into bed
Forget
and
staying
went to
awake
bed
late.
myself. I couldn't sleep that night. Damien's weird behavior had me worried. The next
Need
day
to
was the
call
day
somebody.
before Christmas, so I decided to take Damien to the mall to let him buy things for decorating the Christmas tree. We had a fun time, and I bought him some ice cream. On our way back, I asked Damien, "How's your friend, Damien?" He said, "Which friend, Mom?" I said in a hesitated manner,
That boy said,
"Your
"I got
new
a whole
friend,
lot of friends."
Mr. Nobody." Damien's face turned sad, and he said, "I don't think we're friends anymore, Mom." I asked, "Why is that?"
Don't say
He
that. Don't
replied,
say that.
"He doesn't listen to me. Also, I feel scared of him." I was really quite shocked to hear him talk about his imaginary friend as if it were real. After getting back home, I told Damien, "What does Mr. Nobody look like, Damien?" He went to his room and brought me a drawing he had made. When I looked at the first page, I saw a very creepy figure. Damien drew himself on the bed, and there
No.
was a thin, triangle-faced man standing beside
Go
him.
face.
The man had a
It's
huge
AJ
smile on his
Shabeel.
face, like someone had cut his mouth from one ear to the other. His eyes were huge, and his eyeballs were blood red. The picture disturbed me to the core. I turned to Damien and said, "How did you meet this guy?" He said Mr. Nobody came to watch him play and asked to come to our house with him. I felt goosebumps on my
You
skin.
said yes?
I said in a low voice, "Do you mean he lives in our house now?" Damien once again looked behind me, and I was about to turn around when the doorbell rang. The doorbell scared the shit out of me, but I somehow managed not to let my fear show. As I opened the door, I saw Paul standing in the doorway. Paul is my ex-husband. We exchanged smiles and I let him in the house. Damien was so excited to see him just before Christmas, and they both started to decorate the Christmas tree. I couldn't shake the terrible feeling about Damien's imaginary friend, Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, because you look
After
crazy.
dinner, as Damien was put to sleep, I told Paul about all of this. He laughed and told me
Paul's
that I
nose
shouldn't
is
be
crazy.
taking a kid's
Paul look like
imagination
a
so
moose.
seriously. And that's the main thing I hated about Paul. He never took me serious, unless we got into trouble. The same thing happened in this case as well. On Christmas morning, we were all feeling excited. I went to Damien's room and woke him and Paul up, as Paul was sleeping in his room. We all came to the living room and witnessed a shocking scene. The Christmas tree was in complete ruins. It seemed like
Paul
someone
said,
scratched it with something sharp and pointy.
"What you
The
doing?"
toys and ornaments we hung on the tree were all scattered all over the floor.
She's like,
Paul
"I didn't
and
do
I
this."
both knew it wasn't Damien. But
Why
Damien
his
started
face
to
different
cry
though?
and said, "Trust me, Mom, it's Mr. Nobody. He broke the Christmas tree." I didn't know what was going on. Neither did Paul. We calmed down our son
course,
and
Paul
started
don't
to
know. He
rearrange the decorations
ain't been
once
here.
again. Around 6 o'clock that evening, we had everything back the way it was before. I cooked a delicious dinner, and Damien got excited opening his Christmas presents, which were filled with toys and candies. And Damien
Mr. Nobody
started
said,
smiling again.
Give me them
Damien
gifts."
was watching the Christmas Day parade on the television, while Paul and I sat at the kitchen
Okay.
table, quietly with our glasses
W
of wine.
effects.
Paul understood I was still disturbed with everything going on in the house. He spoke in a low voice. "You should probably leave this house and move somewhere else. I can arrange that for you and Damien." I was already thinking about that. I nodded to Paul's suggestion and agreed to take his help on this matter. We were all set on leaving the house the next morning and staying with my parents for a while until we could get a new house. I tucked Damien into his bed and went to sleep.
We would just be
Paul
leaving.
wanted to have a few more
moving.
drinks and watch some
The
television.
Conjuring 2,
so I
bro.
left him on his own. Around 2 a.m. in the morning, I heard a soft crying voice coming from Damien's room. Damien's room is on the opposite side of the living room. I rushed to his room and noticed Paul passed out on the couch. I thought my son might have had a bad dream, so I didn't wake Paul. As I stepped near his room and opened the door, I froze in fear. I will never be able to forget what I saw in that room, but I can say with great assurance that I wasn't imagining it. I saw a thin, triangle-faced man lying on the ceiling over Damien's bed and looking directly at him with his blood-red, angry eyes.
Okay.
Damien was sitting on his bed and sobbing in fear. He was so horrified that he could barely cry out loud. I screamed at the top of my lungs at that demonic figure who looked at me and howled in his spine-chilling voice by opening his huge, dark mouth. His howl sounded like it didn't belong in this world. My scream woke up my husband, and he ran to Damien's room. By then, I had already grabbed my son and came out of the room. I said in a crying voice,
Get out.
"Get us out of here! I don't want to be in the house for another second!" We all got out of the house immediately and stayed the night at a nearby motel. The next morning, we went back to my house and packed a few necessary things before leaving for my parents' house. I left Damien inside the car because I didn't want him to step inside this house ever again. As we got into the car, after getting everything from the house,
No boy,
Paul started
Damien
the
happy.
engine. Damien was sitting behind me. He looked back at the house and said, "Look, Mom, Mr. Nobody is waving goodbye to us. He's got a smile
Really?
back on his face." I don't know who this Mr. Nobody was, but my mother said it might have been a
That's all he
demonic
wanted.
spirit who followed my son
house.
home. We took Damien to a psychiatrist.
He was homeless.
Due to my parents' pressure, I also took Damien to see a priest. He conducted a few rituals, saying it was to bless
There you
my
go.
son's aura and soul. Now, I don't know how much it helped, but Damien hasn't seen Mr. Nobody after that horrifying Christmas night. Cherry and her little brother were running excitedly
Krampus.
around the house because it was Christmas morning. She was very excited as they were going to go visit their uncle this Christmas. Cherry's mother came to the living room and told her to pack her bags as early as possible. It was going to be a 5-hour drive amidst the mountains, so they
Dang.
had to leave early. Cherry's brother Bob was always throwing tantrums. She went over to him and said, "You must hurry up, or Mom will be very angry with us. I'm so excited to meet Auntie and Uncle.
I'm so
Auntie Helena
excited.
said she's going to make chocolate custard for Christmas tonight."
I don't
Bob
want,
made a
I don't
funny
want that.
face and
Give me
said,
vanilla.
"I'll eat all the custard and you'll get nothing." Cherry started to scream and said, "Oh, shut up." Their mother, Kathy, said from the bedroom, "Oh, stop it, you two. We're already running late." John put the luggage in his car trunk and said, "Kathy, hurry up. We have to leave now, or it'll be dark before we reach your brother's house." Cherry feels like Christmas is her most favorite time of the year. So they all hopped
It's
in their
the
car
most
and started their journey. As they were driving
wonderful
among the mountains and
time
pine
of
trees,
the
as far as their eyes
year.
went, they could see white snow covering nature all around them. Bob was busy playing with his Santa and elf toys. Suddenly, Cherry asked him, "What do you want for Christmas this year?" Bob replied, "I've asked for a gumball machine and a huge house made of candies and cream biscuits."
Okay,
Everyone
we can do
started
the
to
first
laugh
one.
upon hearing his childish Christmas wishes. Cherry laughed and said, "But to get
Yeah,
your
that second
Christmas
one is
gift,
crazy.
you have to be good for the entire year, which you obviously haven't. The way you mess with my toys and things, I think this year, instead of Santa,
Don't say it.
Krampus will visit you." Bob got really
Yeah.
angry and started a fight with Cherry. Kathy managed to stop them and asked Cherry in a surprised voice, "How do you know about Krampus?" To which she replied that their English teacher taught them whoever hasn't behaved nicely throughout the year will be punished by Krampus. John said in a surprised voice, "Who's Krampus?" Cherry replied, "Krampus is a half-goat, half-demon monster that punishes children who misbehave on Christmas. He's
Where's
the
that lore
devilish
from?
companion of Saint Nicholas.
It's from a.
Children who did not listen to their parents or elders will be whipped and beaten by Krampus."
They used to tell that to kids
Kathy replied in a comforting voice,
in different countries.
"Oh,
or
I'm
something.
sure this is just an old scary story that your teacher told you, Cherry. There's no such thing as Krampus." Cherry thought to herself, if Santa Claus is real, then why can't Krampus be real? But
Facts.
she didn't say anything, as her brother was
But if
already
neither are-
crying upon hearing about this demon goat. Kathy gave Bob some chocolate and told him to be nice when they reached their uncle's house. Around 5 o'clock, they finally reached Uncle Sam's house.
Dang,
Uncle Sam hugged
you
Bob
living
and
good.
Cherry in his arms and led them inside. Aunt Helena came over and hugged Cherry and wished her a Merry Christmas. They all sat down near the fireplace and started to chat. Their house was beautifully decorated with Christmas items. Shining bells were hanging from the ceiling, and neon lights were sparkling all over the walls. Cherry was amazed to see the huge Christmas tree placed in the middle of the living room. It was filled with lights, crystal balls, jingle bells, and all the glittering things in the world. Cherry turned to her Uncle Sam and said in an excited voice that she loved their house and that they had the most beautiful Christmas tree in the whole world.
In the whole world?
Everyone was delighted to hear such sweet words coming from a 7-year-old girl. Bob was busy unwrapping the gift sitting under the Christmas tree. Just then, his father said, "Bob, you should open your gift with your sister." But he didn't listen. As the night went on, the celebrations grew even more. The table was filled with delicious dishes. An entire turkey was roasting and placed in the middle of the table. There were custards, mashed potatoes, fries, porridge, and Cherry's favorite, chicken rice.
I ain't never had
After
fries
dinner,
Thanksgiving
Cherry
dinner.
sat down on the couch and started
have
to
to
open
change
her
that.
Christmas present. It was a beautiful gown. She started to dance in joy and said, "I knew Santa would fulfill my wish." But on the other hand, Bob started to cry, saying, "I didn't ask for a remote-controlled car. Where's my gumball machine?" Everyone started to
you
get
ain't getting
busy
that
and
gumball
decided
machine.
to ignore the little child. Cherry went to her little brother and said, "Let's play hide and clap." She knew Bob loves to play hide and clap.
No,
Hence,
we're not
it will
playing
help
that
to
demonic
distract
game.
him for some time. The house was quite big, so they had lots of places to
silly
hide.
goose.
As they began their game, Kathy said, "No one will leave the house. Stay inside and play whatever you like. It's really cold outside." Cherry could see
Oh, we don't
the
gotta go outside to
snow-covered
play hide
ground
and
from
clap.
the large glass window upstairs. There was even a snowman near the house gate. A heavy wind was blowing outside, which made the glass window vibrate while making a clinking sound.
Well,
As
that's
the game
probably
began,
not good.
Cherry decided to hide first, and Bob would be the one looking for her. Cherry hid inside Aunt Helena's bedroom closet, and Bob started to count from 1 to 10. After he was done counting, he said in a loud voice, "Give me the first clap." The first clap took place, and Bob immediately followed it. After the second clap, he managed to
that clap
find
was
Cherry
funny.
and yelled in joy, "I win! I win!" Cherry said, "The
Aren't you
game's
supposed to
not
close your
over
eyes?
yet. Now it's my turn. You go hide." Bob wanted to win this game any way he could, so he went and hid in the attic. He stood near the attic window, waiting for Cherry's counting to end.
Why is that
The
snowman on
attic
the
was
same
dark,
level?
and the howling winds
as
outside
downstairs?
started to scare him. Suddenly, he looked out of the window and saw a man wearing a big red cloak standing beside the snowman. Bob got very excited, thinking that Santa Claus had finally come to visit them. He opened the glass window and yelled out in a
Are you
cheery
stupid?
voice, "Santa, I'm here! Did you bring me my gumball machine?"
Hell
The
no.
man
He ain't
wearing
bringing
the
that.
red cloak waved his hand and nodded. Bursting
Hey, bring
in
it
joy,
your house either.
Bob silently got
No,
down
no,
from
no,
the
no,
attic
no.
and sneaked out of the house. He opened the main door, making less sound, because he knew if anyone saw him going outside, that they would scold him.
It's cold,
Bob was
boy.
adamant to meet Santa
Put on
and
some-
ask for his gumball machine, but he didn't see him anywhere
Boy
as he
finna
opened
catch
the main
pneumonia.
door. Bob heard a
Come on now.
rustling sound coming from the back of the house, as if someone was
To be
walking.
sick for weeks.
At the back of the house, there stood a deep, dark woods filled with tall pine trees. With his small little feet, Bob walked towards the back of the house. He stood at the back of the house, facing the dark woods all by himself. He started to feel a little scared. The trees were bumping into each other as the wind passed through them. He spoke out in a low voice. "Santa, where are you?" Suddenly, he heard footsteps behind the nearby pine tree. He saw that same red-hooded person peeking out from behind a tree and calling to him. Bob slowly walked towards him. Meanwhile,
how's it going?
Cherry was
It's
getting
going
bored
good.
as she couldn't
I
find
hope you
Bob
are doing
anywhere
good.
in the house.
Welcome to the
Even though
stream.
she kept asking for claps, she couldn't hear any. The elders were so busy that they didn't notice anything going on with the two kids. Cherry looked out from the window and saw Bob walking towards the forest.
Seen her stupid brother
She
doing
ran
that
to the back
stupid
gate.
thing.
By the time she reached the outside, she couldn't see Bob anymore. He was nowhere to be found. Cherry was standing all alone in the freezing cold, staring at the woods.
What's the
Suddenly,
call? You go
she
save
heard
your
a
idiot
whimpering
brother,
sound
or
coming
you
from
go
the tree nearby.
in the house.
As she tiptoed in that direction, her face turned pale in fear. Bob was laying on the ground, and a vicious-looking creature was standing in front of him. It was at least 7 feet tall, with huge sharp horns on its head. The face of the creature looked like a dead goat. It had a body of a giant human, but its feet were like that of a goat. There was a whip in his one hand and chains on the other.
The whip.
The creature was growling in a muffled way.
What Krampus got going on? A whip and chain. Hey, yo. How? We need to find out how long he was. You know, he's probably alive for 1,000 years.
Drenched in fear and terror, a word came out of her mouth. Krampus!
If y'all know where I'm going with that,
Hearing
you know.
its name from Cherry's mouth, Krampus looked at her with its burning red eyes. The huge red tongue came out of its mouth while saliva started to drip from it. Cherry screamed at the top of her lungs, and Krampus growled in its demonic voice. The growl shook
your
the
brother
entire
did
forest,
leave.
and the sound echoed into the valley for at least 2 to 3 minutes.
How the parents ain't see this?
Kathy ran outside, hearing her children's screams. As she came out, she saw Cherry sobbing and hiding her face in her hands, while Bob was laying unconscious on the snowy forest ground. The next morning, Bob caught a high fever. Cherry couldn't sleep well for an entire week. Kathy and John didn't have the slightest idea
I thought little bro was dead.
Had saw outside. So what do you think? Did Cherry and Bob really see Krampus that night?
What? This ain't a Nuke's top 5. What? Yes, they just showed us. The heck? What you mean what we think? We saw it. Hold on. Let me check real quick. Let me check. Okay. I just had to check if my upload was still going. Don't want to be losing that now.
Hi, my name's Shelly, and this incident happened on a Christmas night long ago.
My name is Shelly.
I was still in high school back then, and I was having lunch with my friends, Kate, Matt, and Jim, at our school's cafeteria. It was just us 4, and we often hung out together.
Why is the animation getting better and better?
Was talking about plans for that day. My friend Matt said, "Well,
way
hey,
better than
we
that
can all
last
have a sleepover
animated
at my
stuff I was
house.
watching.
My parents will be gone for the holiday. We can party and drink as much as we want." High school life is probably the best time ever for teenagers, so we all got excited upon hearing his plan. I told my mother that I would be spending Christmas night at Kate's place. Kate lived with her grandma, so it was easy for her to sneak out at night for a Christmas party. After school, we all went to the mall to shop for the party. The mall was filled with Christmas decorations.
Why Kate so pale? Look at her skin.
All over the mall.
What is this,
and there was
Twilight?
even a guy dressed as Santa, giving out candies and gifts to all the kids. Kate and I bought some snacks
He looked like
and decorations
he's some
and
trouble.
left for Matt's house. Matt's house was a pretty good distance from the mall. On our way, Jim called me and said, "Hey, have you guys gotten here yet?" I said, "No, but we're on
I know
our
Jim
way.
ain't sound like that.
When are you gonna get over there?" Jim said in an excited voice, "Oh, I'll be there real soon. I'll see you at the party." As we drove down
I
the
see you
road,
at the
we
party.
noticed people having fun with their
Nah, this
friends
how
and
Jim.
family.
This how Jim
The
sound. Hold on. Yo, I see you at the party. Yeah, that's exactly how he sound.
Roads were covered with pure white snow.
That's how you should have done
and
it.
It was really cold, so I rolled my car window up. After about 10 to 15 minutes, we left the township area and got onto an old dusty road. I told Kate, Thank God for GPS. Otherwise, we'd have gotten lost by now.
You took a
When we
wrong
arrived
turn.
at Matt's house, we saw Jim and Matt standing at the front door. The snow-covered house was decorated with neon lights and was looking kind of spooky. We went inside and sat near the fireplace to warm ourselves up. Matt offered us some wine from his dad's collection. We had a few drinks and started to put up the decorations that we had bought earlier. Kate got busy hanging all the bells and the sparkling chains all around the living room. Jim attached some neon
That's
lights
a lot of
to
bells.
the already decorated Christmas tree and said, "Hey Matt, now your tree looks complete." We were all having just a really great time. And to be honest, it was my first night out with my friends. I was having such a good time. We all sat down and started to eat.
What am I doing for Christmas Eve? Probably eating some good food, and then yeah, I don't know. You know what I gotta do? Buy gifts. Uh, but I usually open like one gift on Christmas Eve.
eat our food when Matt said, "Hey, what
What
do
are
you
you
think
doing?
about the existence of
That's a good question. What are
spirits?"
you guys doing
Everyone
for
stopped eating and just
Christmas
kinda
Eve?
looked at
What
him with a
what are the
shocked look on our
usual
faces.
what are the usual plans? You know?
Jim replied in a mocking tone, "Oh, come on. There's no such thing as ghosts." I agreed by saying, "Yeah, I don't believe in things that I can't see with my eyes." And Kate chimed in last, saying, "Well, I don't believe in ghosts right now, but
Well,
if
you
I
look like
saw
a
one,
ghost,
I'd
Kate.
probably start believing in them."
I'm seeing you right now. You look like a female Casper.
Of course, I imagine all the ghosts are busy partying tonight. And with that, she started to let out a big laugh, and Jim and I joined in with her. Matt got a little embarrassed by our reaction and kept quiet for a few seconds. I looked at him and said, "Hey, you got kinda serious there, but you gotta know there's no such thing as ghosts or spirits." He looked me right in my
Yes,
eyes
there
and said,
is.
"What if I could prove to you that there are spirits?"
I'm in my uncle's
And
house.
the room
You going to your uncle's
suddenly
house?
got very
Okay, that's
heavy,
nice.
and we all started
That's
to
where you
look at
celebrate.
each other.
Um,
Nobody really knew what to say.
Celebrate
and
with
then
the family?
Jim finally spoke up. "Fine. If you can prove to me that ghosts are real, I'll buy you a soda every day for an entire year." Matt got out of his seat and quickly left
he's
the room
like,
without saying
bet.
anything.
I can
A few
prove it.
seconds later, he came back with a candle in his hand and a cardboard box. He then
Bro,
dimmed
the
the
bit
lights in
rate
the
is
room
going
and
up.
placed the cardboard box in the center.
No, it's not.
He lit the candle with a matchstick and said in a low voice, "Well, I'm gonna summon a spirit right now, and I'm gonna need all of you to sit in a circle
No, I'm not doing that, bro.
around this box."
I ain't participating
I
with you
said
in your
in a
stupid
hesitant voice,
games.
"Guys, are we really doing this? Isn't
No,
this a
I
bit
ain't.
too much for a Christmas party?" Kate looked at me and said, "Oh,
What we-
come on, Shelly. Nothing will happen. Let's have some fun." So we all sat quietly, just like Matt had told us. The only sound that we heard was the snowy wind hitting the glass windows, and nothing else. The candlelight made the room look really spooky. Sam said in a low voice, "First, we have to decide who we're going to call. We have to choose someone whom we've all seen at least once." That's when Jim said, "Well, do you remember my distant cousin Tom from my last birthday?" We all nodded our head in agreement, and Kate said, "Yeah, that one shy boy at your birthday. I remember him. But is he dead?" Jim said in a sad voice, "Yeah, he kind of died from an unknown disease. I want to know what happened to him. Let's call him."
Unknown.
I was a bit shocked to know about Jim's cousin. He was
You didn't
kind of a
know?
shy boy. He barely talked to us on his birthday. I started to feel a bit disturbed that we were actually doing something like this, but I kept quiet because I was kind of interested too. We closed our eyes and held each other's hands. Matt said in a deep, low voice, "Tom, can you hear us?" Nothing happened, so Matt spoke out again. "Tom, we're calling out to you. Can you hear us? We want to know what happened to you." There was no sounds except for the sound of the wind outside and the
Boy
clinking
needs
of
some
the
voice
glass windows.
actors.
Matt called out again, Tom,
No, he don't
please
sound like
hear
that.
us. We're calling for you. But before he could finish, the candle flickered twice and then went out on its own. The room turned pitch black, and suddenly we heard a heavy knock at the main door. Kate and I almost screamed,
Tom?
and then Matt got up and switched on the lights. Jim said in a shocking voice, "Did you guys hear that? Or was it just me?" We said that we had all heard it too. Then the knock happened again, but this time we heard a voice as well. Someone said in a tired voice, "Jim, open the door, man. It's too cold outside." We all got scared, as we weren't expecting anyone at that time. Jim was looking even more surprised than the rest of us, and he rushed to the door. As he opened the door, we all received the shock of our lives. It was Jim's distant cousin, Tom. Jim said in a gasping voice, "What the hell are you doing here?" Tom gave us a creepy smile and said, "I came to your house to visit you for Christmas, but your mom said you were staying at Matt's, so I came here. Merry Christmas, guys." Kate got really angry and said in a loud voice, "You jerk! I can't believe you lied to us like that, Jim. I hope you burn in hell, goddammit." Matt and I
mean, he
also
thought he
hurled
died,
insults at
right?
Jim for lying to us about Tom's death. Jim laughed like an idiot and said, "Sorry, guys, but it's like I told you. There's no such thing as ghosts. See?" And we
Oh my
all sat down
gosh.
to have another drink.
Well,
Tom
quit
sat right beside
tricking
us
us.
and told us about Jim's silly prank. He laughed and then said something which I thought sounded rather odd. Tom said in a deep voice, "Well, you would never know if you came face to face with a ghost. I also didn't believe like you guys, but I do now." My other friends didn't really pay much attention to what he said, and they all started to laugh about the entire situation. I, on the other hand, was feeling very mysterious about Tom's arrival. I looked him over from head to toe. He was wearing a full-sleeve t-shirt and sweatpants. It was so freezing cold outside. How could he have managed to come here just wearing that? Also, I didn't
Look what
hear the
y'all
sound of a
wearing.
car driving in. Jim's house was at least 20 minutes away from here, so there's no way anyone could walk that distance wearing just a t-shirt and sweatpants. We all knew that Tom was a really shy guy, but the way he kept smiling with the others seemed really odd to me. His behavior was completely different, and it wasn't just his clothes, but his face looked different too. His eyes were really big, and there was these dark circles under them. He was kind of looking sick to me. Suddenly, our eyes met, and he smiled at me in a very creepy way and said, "It seems you think a lot." I was so surprised to see him talk like that. I didn't know what to say. So
That boy
I
was trying to
got
put
up
the
and went
riz
to
on
the
her.
kitchen to wash my hands. Kate went along with me. Kate and I were talking about how weird it was to see Tom so suddenly tonight, and then Matt and Jim came into the kitchen to get more booze. "What's up? You two look worried." Kate and I started to tell Jim and Matt about this weird coincidence when Jim's phone rang. It was his mom. His hands were stacked with beer bottles, so he asked Matt to put the phone on speaker. We heard Jim's mom crying over the phone. Jim got nervous and said, "What's wrong, Mom? Why are you crying?" Jim's mom said in a sobbing voice, "Aunt Elena called. Your cousin Tom just passed away. She said Tom was in his room sleeping quietly when she heard him choking. She rushed to the room and saw him dead on the floor. His eyes were dripping out of his sockets as if he saw something horrible.
No,
Please,
he's in the
come
room.
home.
I
We
mean,
have to go to
he's,
their house."
you know,
Jim's mom couldn't
in the
say
living room.
anything else and then hung up the phone. We were completely freaking out and horrified by this news. If Jim was dead, then who was sitting in Matt's living room right now? Our foreheads started to drip sweat as we all turned towards the living room. There was an empty space between the kitchen and the living room. What we saw next chilled us to our bones with terror. Tom was still standing in the living room, looking directly at the four of us. His eyes were coming out of his face. He smiled horribly and said in a demonic voice, "You all called for me, and look, I came. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, guys." And he started to laugh horribly. Kate screamed and fainted on the floor. Jim cried, "Oh my God." Matt and I just kept staring at Tom. We had no words. We couldn't believe our eyes. Tom started to walk towards the front door and turned to us one last time.
Hey,
He said in
yo.
that same demonic voice, "I hope you all believe now that ghosts are real." And in front of our very eyes, he disappeared into thin air, and we all sat on the floor, shattered with this horrified feeling that our one stupid prank took the life of a young person. Jim spent a lot of time in
How?
therapy
Doesn't make
after that horrible
sense.
Christmas night. Kate and I never spoke about the incident again. We don't know where Matt is now, because he moved out of town after that Christmas. But one thing is for sure, I sure as hell believe in ghosts now.
That animation stuff was way better than the other set. I like that actually. That was cool. That was cool. Let's see. What else can we watch? The key. I mean, the last Christmas horror short. What? Oh. Ugh. What? What was that gasp? Girl, be quiet. Go to bed. I need you to make that mess downstairs.
Kirsten, wake up, wake up. Alice, if this is about monsters again, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm glad there's actually talking in it. 'Cause I hate these short films that don't have no talking.
OMG. Alice, what the hell happened here?
Can we just cut to the chase? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
As if. Alice and Mary Kate Mahoney, you better cut.
All right. Just keep it down, will ya? Like I said, it was an accident, okay? I swear, It was those stupid boys from class again. They're making fun of me for believing in Santa and, well, I wanted to prove them wrong. So I climbed behind the tree to hide and...
What?
I swear I just wanted to catch him, that's all.
Catch him? You're 8 years old. He's like 600 pounds. How the hell were you gonna do that?
I had a plan. First, I set up this look. It doesn't matter. We're wasting valuable time. Now, you see Netflix,
What?
right? We gotta clean this up and get rid of the body, quick. There ain't no deserts in Chicago, so we gotta find some pigs to feed him to, or Dexter this shit up.
Chicago.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah, you're right. We haven't got a boat, and you managed to blow your driver's test last month. We'll have to bury him. in the ravine behind the neighbor's yard.
Are you crazy? We have to call the cops and tell them some whack job dressed as Santa broke into our house.
It is Santa. I saw him come down the chimney with his bag full of presents. See?
Who's that for?
I even checked his
It's
belly
for you.
and his beard.
What you gonna do? Chuck it?
I killed Santa, Kirsten. I killed Santa. And we need to get rid of the evidence quick
Just
before...
shut up and let me think for a second.
We ain't got that kind of time.
Look, you said it was an accident.
We ain't got that kind
So
of
we'll just
time.
wake
What
up
is
Mom and Dad
happening?
and
You're calling me crazy? Sort your life out, Kirsten. Dal grounded us for something like 2 months.
Yeah, and if the
No,
cops find out we tried
forever.
to cover this up, we'll go to prison for like ever.
No one's gonna
Yeah.
find out if you just keep your mouth shut and stick to the plan.
Plan? What plan? We can't just bury a friggin' body in the neighbor's yard.
Don't pussy out on me now, Kirsten.
Hey, listen here, you little shit. You can't just go around burying bodies and get away with it. It's not the 70s anymore, okay? There's way too many cops and feds and like special Scientologists. We'll get caught for sure.
You know what? We should burn him. We just gotta smash out his teeth first.
Okay, what about the reindeer? And the sleigh? Did you think about them? Probably up on the roof right now. Unless he parks on the side of the street like the mailman. Either way, there's got to be some sort of military level Google Maps like tracking system that will lead the elves right here. I mean, if Santa Claus and the flippin' reindeer are real, the elves must be real too, right? No. We have to tell Mom and Dad. They'll call the normal police and explain everything. It'll be fine. They'll understand, right? I mean, after all, he was trespassing. Technically, you even had the right to shoot him.
It doesn't matter, Kirsten. Don't you see? Even if our parents and the police do believe us, do you really think the world will care about a lousy technicality when there's no more Christmas? I dreamt that maybe I'd grow up to see a day where the class don't pick on me no more. Or maybe I'd have a friend to help defend
Why she's
me.
spilling her I have a dream speech?
Of that cheerleading scholarship and being crowned junior prom queen with heartthrob quarterback Zachary Marshall as your king. Somehow, they just don't sound like the futures of the kids who killed Santa.
What? Chill. That's crazy. She actually
Just
convinced
take
her.
a friggin' picture, could you? Numbnuts.
I still can't see the sleigh anywhere from here. Can you?
Guess what? He
is
flew.
just some sort of like festive thief or kitty serial killer.
How many times do I have to tell you? It is Santa. I saw. Ow!
Oh my god, I broke a nail. I just got the manicure for Zach's
Girl.
tea party.
Oh no, my looks. Zach will never let me now.
Whatever. We're in this lame-o stitch because you wanted to impress a bunch of boys.
Facts.
What was that?
Zach will never let me now.
Let's get back to work.
Chill, girl, you stupid.
Stop your yelling if you're doing it.
Shit.
Oh, she's an idiot. She's an
He's
idiot.
alive. He's alive.
Jesus, Mary, Jesus. Oh.
Is the glass still stuck?
Oh
Oh!
my god, I am so sorry.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Heck, not again.
Do you need to go to the hospital or something?
No, this is just a minor inconvenience. See, something like this happens to me almost every year, and you aren't the first ones trying to bury me alive. You shan't be the last. You see, for centuries, people have been trying to prove my existence, capture me. Apparently, a photograph won't just do, will it, Tiny?
Exactly.
But you were dead. You had a table stuck in your head. How are you not dead?
How? How do you think I've been doing this all these years? Huh? And how do you think I knew you wanted kickboxing lessons for Christmas?
Of course, her best. I wanted.
And
Kickboxing.
How did I know that you wanted Stacy Freeman to get a nose hit in time for Zach Marshall's New Year's Eve party?
Well, will she? I need it now more than ever.
Oh, Kirsten, it doesn't quite work that way. You see, Stacy Freeman will get what she deserves. Just like you. Just like everyone. Naughty and nice. A fitting gift for all, whether you've been honest or kind, and for those who've been trying to kill a defenseless old man.
Oh, come on. It was so blatant accident. She didn't mean it.
Yeah. I'm real sorry, Santa. I only wanted to catch you.
And burying me? Very, very naughty.
That was her
Uh-oh.
idea.
Hey,
She getting
screw
cold.
you. I'm only 8 years old. Why are you listening to me anyway?
Language?
Okay, so what are you gonna do? Give us a lump of coal or something?
I've never really cared much for mercy. After all, there's nothing quite like the sound of little brats screaming as they're being eaten alive.
Heck no. No. It's fake. That's crazy. Oh, it was a dream. It was a dream. How I stop it so late? This stream get it taken down quick.
Jesus, Mary Gingerbread, Kirsten, you need to come downstairs right away.
I hope it's for something different. Oh, that was actually... Sorry. The mic is very loud. The mic is very loud and I need to pipe it down. That was actually... No, that's not that. That was actually really good. I like that the actors actually talked. And I like that the actors actually talked. That was really nice. Country, Canada, Ryan Port did his thing. Now this one cool. I might have to show people that one. Do 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 da 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 do da do da 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 do. I have to read that later. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Overnight just dropped a video 2 days ago.
They were trying to trap us. Whoa! No, it's not camera. Did you in fact die here?
They're trying to bust my eardrums.
We're leaving. No, you can hear it. You can hear it. This is a blackout investigation, and it's during a super moon. What the is that?
Yep.
Investigator.
Investigator.
This is where you both just saw someone peeking.
What the is that?
Press a button on this toy?
Oh my god!
No! It rolled off the bed! No! It rolled off the bed! And this one's going off with Joanna! Dude, it rolled off the bed! All three!
Whoa.
Huge announcement, Corey and I are doing another overnight paranormal investigation live stream on this channel, December 10th and December 11th. Surprise locations. We're not telling you what they are, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. And we finally have new merch right now available at SenditSociety.com. You're looking at the package right here. You get the hoodie, the 2 t-shirts, and the beanie. It's not a mystery this time, and not trying to spoil anything, but we might be buying a haunted location, and these merch boxes might be going towards 100% acquiring that
Wait,
property.
I
If you wanna head over
just-
and grab one, that would be amazing, and you'll understand why very,
Like, my
very
friend
soon.
just
And of
texted
course,
me something
enjoy the video.
crazy.
The ending that we had in the kids' room.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
There's this, there's this
I need to watch it.
Watch the
little
episode.
girl
Enjoy the video.
Welcome.
who was born without her
to the
6th
overnight
chromosome,
channel. This is a very
and she doesn't feel pain or like fatigue or hunger.
different investigation than we've ever done before. We did this entire night completely
That's
lights out.
Pitch black the entire time.
Just these 3 night vision body cameras that recorded the entire night, every sound, every cat wall being pushed off, every shadow figure that we saw down the hallways, peeking through the doors, the knocking that almost trapped us in a staircase, the children that taught us a new game and made us dance and stand up and sing for them, and the nurses that made it very clear they wanted us to leave. This hospital only closed down 10 years ago. They actually still don't know how many people died here. But what they do know is that in the last year that they've been investigating, the spirits have become more and more intelligent.
And they're definitely intelligent.
Incredibly.
Incredibly intelligent.
And I can't wait to see, based on what happens,
Yeah.
how much more they'll be able to communicate as the years go on.
They're
It's
clowning
really,
Corey.
Really cool investigation. And Jerry's first on the overnight channel.
Yeah.
You went from filming my voluntary possession in room B340
Yeah.
to an investigation on the TFIL channel at Black Swan Inn, where you went alone and cried. You were upgraded to level 20 Ghost Hunter with a teddy bear. It's 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We're leaving now. Enjoy the video.
Wait, like, how do you get a level? I want a level.
Melanie.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Level 9000 Ghost Hunter.
What, shut down
Shaheem.
10 years ago?
2013.
Uh-huh.
How long ago did the paranormal investigation start, though?
About a year ago. Basically, the hospital was set to be torn down, and they were going to make a parking lot out of it. And the gentleman that bought the hospital investigated. He had an experience here, and he was like, "I'm buying the place."
Wow.
What?
Yeah. So first
From
night when they
one-
were here.
From one ghost hunt.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this over 100,000 square feet?
It's
That's
168,000
crazy. So he,
square feet.
I'm buying the place. Let's keep it up.
There's a
Nice.
hallway on the second floor that we'll get
I mean, I
to,
guess,
and
because then we
call it
went,
C block
because
it's
people
actually
can go and do stuff like this. So
the hospital
that's
is
cool.
one end of the block to the other.
Oh, wow. And that's one single hallway?
Yeah,
Straight line of
freaky
sight?
as heck. That's my most favorite place to be.
Wow. Please don't leave me alone on that one. Wow.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
Oh, stop.
The more you say where you don't want to be alone,
Oh, I would love to be there. I would love to be there. It's the more we know where to put you.
There were a few folks here to investigate, and they were here, and they saw a person down the hallway, so they started chasing him. He ran, and he ran in this door behind you. This is central supply. It is a very large room, but there's no exit,
Oh,
no
yeah.
other exit at all. They chased him into this room. They were like, "Oh, we got him trapped now." Ran in here, and he was gone. There was nobody in this room.
Wow.
So that's when he was like, "Okay, I'm buying the place."
but it's just so crazy for him to have an experience that strong that he bought an entire hospital.
It's funny that you walked in here. This is that 315?
Yeah.
315, we have had a lot of activity out of here. A lot. We've had one of our team members was walking down the hall and somebody, a shadow person, came out of this room and followed him down.
Something just tickled my elbow.
Yo.
Oh, swear to God, bro. I thought there was a string hanging.
Something just tickled his weenus, if that's what it's called. Hold on, I'll be right back. I need like a bev or something. I do. Okay. Sorry, it was longer than I thought it would be.
Right here. Dude, bro, it was like this. Let me see your elbow. It was like, get the swear to God.
Have you seen Corey? I can't find him.
No, I haven't seen him yet.
Huh. Wonder where he is.
Just a mannequin. Well, two of them.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. One of them's pretty hot, though, I'll be honest.
8 times out of 10, if we snap a picture with our cell phone, usually the left window, you will see a face.
Let's take 5 each.
What the fuck is that? It looks like a dude with like a hoodie over his face.
You have it?
Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on.
Looks like a dude with a hoodie over his face and like his hair's in his eyes.
Yo.
Wait, do you see that?
Yeah, dude.
It's in the left.
What the heck?
The last room on the right, the person that resides in that room loves our REM pod, so we'll set it out in the middle. It's almost like he paces from the left side of the hallway to the right side of the hallway, so the REM pod will go off, then it'll stop for just a second, and then go back off, and then stop. So it's like he's pacing. He also does not like people in the room. We've been told through our devices to stay out. We had a lady that worked here.
Well, as a level 9,000 ghost hunter myself,
So she would be seen.
I'm going in
here,
there, and he can't say nothing about it.
Sitting here, looking up at the monitors, taking care of her patient. Her shift ended. She went home, started having a cardiac event. They brought her back, brought her to the ER, and she passed away. When she came through the door, she told us, she said, "When I die, I'm not leaving here." She has since been seen by multiple people sitting here looking up at the monitors. While this floor shut down, but the hospital was still functioning, I was down here for something, and she was sitting there. And I have a picture of her, and she was in her white uniform, hat, the whole gamut. And I said, "Joanna?" And she looked, she turned, she smiled at me, and looked back up, and was looking at the monitors to take care of her patient. We do not know the lady's name that is in here, but we have audibly heard her tell us to get out of her stuff. We were going through drawers one night. Somebody was, one of our volunteers here.
Oh, okay.
So we've nicknamed her Fancy. She has a flower in there on her little table that we've given her, and we'll take care of Miss Fancy. So, and as I was going back down towards the emergency room, there's an elevator on the other side of the door. There was a man standing there, getting on the elevator. Press the button, get on the elevator. Best way for me to describe him is the old preacher man from Poltergeist. He smiled and acknowledged me, which kind of wigged me out. And then he went up to the second floor. I made it back down to the ER where we started. They called a code blue, which is a CPR in progress. And the patient ultimately died. So my thought process was that was death coming to get that patient.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I did not tell anyone that I had seen him.
That was so bizarre. You just said that. Now my camera is absolutely not working anymore. Look at this. Look.
Oh, what the heck?
Look at that. My entire lens actually just stopped completely working.
Is it fogging up?
It's not. It's
I was like, what happened?
It's not that.
What the heck?
My entire lens, like that timing was absurd. Look at this. Nothing will focus.
So weird.
Well,
Still?
Look at that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing will focus right now. Look, no matter what I do, not a single item in the entire place is in focus.
What the heck?
That's actually.
This is never.
okay, let's try
That
moving.
is so bizarre.
That's such.
That's
Should
crazy.
we go to a different spot and see if the focus comes back?
Sure. Sometimes it'll track focus like
Sure.
random figures, but I mean you can see like
118,
nothing.
right here to your right.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to restart my camera. Hold on. I actually cannot get it to.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. No, yeah, we appreciate all the information. It's such a new place too. It's like hard to find, your own independent research ahead of time. Yeah. So this is very helpful. Thank you.
This video hits 100,000 likes.
whatever the most liked comment is, where you have to stay the night completely alone. From sunset to sunrise, full-blown night, by yourself. Whatever location they comment and ends up being the most liked. If it hits 150,000 likes on any video, I will go to Suicide Forest. I will return by myself for the entire night.
Please go easy on us, guys. I'm being serious. Please don't comment.
Don't do that. Don't
no,
do that.
Guys,
I don't
please
care.
go easy
Whatever the
on
most
us.
ridiculous place is.
Wow.
Sometimes when you come to like a really happy, positive place, you could get a shit ton of activity, you know? This is, dude, this is super fucked.
We are 100% lights out for the entire investigation.
I don't know if I like this. We really can't see at all.
But our eyes will adjust. Which way? Long hallway, right?
I'm gonna say long hallways to the right.
Yes.
I kind of want to see, like, for a
Is
split
down.
second, their perspective.
Then to the right.
You know what makes
How
this
it looks
really
for
good
them.
for investigating though? Like the fact that we're not using flashlights, our eyes will adjust to this and we'll be able to see shadows. And this place is known for shadows. Okay, so one, if you guys want to, I don't know if you can see my arms, but I have insane chills right now.
Why?
Like, dude, like, can you get a close?
When
like,
they're
I
not
have
using
insane
flashlights,
chills
what
right
are
now,
those?
And I have this really, like, sharp pain right here in my arm. And for some reason, right as I got that pain, what flashed in my head was one of those things that they wrap around your arms and they pump.
Oh, the for blood pressure.
Yeah.
pressure, yeah.
Yeah. But like, I just have like this insanely anxious feeling, and it's like not a bad feeling, but it's almost like a constant chills going on. And it's like, I only get this, I literally only feel this when I'm like, we're about to have a really good investigation. There's no light at all. There's no cameras that we're holding, nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like we're about to get some crazy shit. Like something's telling me this is about to be nuts. Cause dude, this is almost as if we're not even filming and doing an investigation.
Yeah.
Now the spirit, we're literally just walking around. All we have is this on our chest.
Pure darkness.
My body camera is now back on, and my screen is going to go off in about 25 seconds.
Okay.
And that will officially be the only light. I think even when we get down there to the blue, we kill that light too. I think if there's a light that we can turn it off, we turn it off. We do this entire thing 100%.
Oh my god. This is a blackout investigation.
We've never done this, genuinely, Jared, just so you know. We have never actually done an investigation with zero light at all.
And it's during a super moon?
Correct.
It's kind of crazy.
I know that we didn't hear no super crazy stories about this place, like nothing demonic, nothing scary. Wait, what? Whoa, what was that? What was that?
What did you see?
What did you see?
I heard.
What did you hear? I saw like a mist. I saw a mist after you freaked out, like 2 seconds. I saw like a go this way. Like I saw the shadow on the wall, which would definitely be on this.
I feel like we're the equivalent of like the 3 Spider-Men, but we're ghost hunters. That's what it feels like right now, because we can see everything. Everything we can.
We can.
That's what that felt like, dude. Because I heard the whoo, you saw the mist, and he hear. Okay, let's walk down the hallway.
Okay.
Let's turn that light off. And I'm gonna stand further away from you guys just because we can.
A huge thing with investigating is like I see so much stuff in the corner of my eyes, and like a lot of people like blow that stuff off. But if I'll just like trust my gut and I'm like, I saw something over here, and I'll run to that area and like I'll set up some tools, like we start getting evidence.
Really?
Like I truly believe that like when you see stuff
So
and then you're
trust
like,
it.
oh, it's nothing. You
Trust
saw
it.
something.
So to remind everyone, the body cameras that we use are night vision, infrared. Human eye can't see the light. So that means I have to review all of this footage. Because there's a chance that if an apparition manifests, we won't see with our human eye, but the camera will. And that is officially all of the light.
What'd you say?
Darkness.
Elton, what'd you say? Ow. Are you okay?
Yeah, just walking in the dark.
You didn't tell us to, like, be quiet?
No.
Did you hear that at all?
No.
I heard a...
Oh, holy shit.
What?
What?
Holy shit.
What?
What?
Whoa, I actually just saw something on the floor.
No. Where? In front of us?
Right between us.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Wait, what do you see?
Wait, that's actually not possible for headlights or anything.
What did you see?
It was directly in between you and I, because I can just barely see your infrared lights on.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, I just saw something white just kind of like run across the floor. Here's what's actually, I just kind of realized is, in order to see an apparition in the daytime, they can be
Sorry,
seen,
I'm looking at my phone.
you know, 40, 50 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight...
Whoa. Is that room... Is that a room? Does that have, like, lights inside?
There's street lights to the right.
From the bottom of that door, I saw... Imagine, like, a light going through it.
Yeah, we're 2 above. We're on the 2nd floor, so we cannot have any form of street lights right now.
What is that door?
I don't know.
This one right here. Right in front of us. This one, yeah.
No.
This one?
It's a medical office. With no light in here.
What?
Yeah. No light, and again, we're on the 2nd floor. So...
Wait, is that a black cat?
Where?
Outside the window? Walking in the road?
No way.
Oh, yeah. A black cat. In the middle of the street.
Well, we can't see nothing, bro. I wish we had their view.
Dude, that's freaky.
Something's been happening with black cats
That's
lately
really
during
freaky.
investigations.
Let's just break the whole hallway.
Oh, I'm down.
Why don't we do the hallway?
Yep.
Stop, hold on. We just want to know where you are so we can come and say hello and introduce ourselves. Can you knock one more time? Make that tapping sound again.
I heard it, but it wasn't.
Okay, we're
Well, I
gonna
bet it was louder
walk
for
down
them.
the hallway. If you can keep knocking, we can find you. That was behind you.
Yes.
Here's the greatest part about this still being like a basically perfectly intact building. There's no weather damage. There's no creaks. There's no broken windows. There's no broken floorboards.
Mm-hmm.
This is still a perfectly usable building.
Yep.
No wind.
Oh.
Just a supermoon.
Let's take like 10 steps and then stop and ask, you know. Try to follow it.
That's true.
This isn't even one of the
Some buildings be
she told
worn down.
We didn't even
Possible
come to the
squatters.
hospital. No.
Hey, could you knock again for us so we can come to you? What is
Yeah,
that?
lights.
Wait, are you getting feedback?
But it was like really, it was like descripted.
So my theory with this, with getting feedback on it, is we know spirits can set off REM pods and they can use spirit boxes and they can, you know, interrupt electronic waveforms to kind of go, hey, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Audio, sound, is a waveform. So to me, the feedback means it's someone, a spirit coming in and doing this.
Just blocking
and blocking your signal. Or they're doing this and you're going, because it doesn't do it with me, right?
No.
Right, because I'm
alive.
I'm traditional matter.
Yeah.
On this earth.
Yeah.
But a spirit, if they are energy, so if you hear the feedback, follow it. Dude, what's crazy is I have absolutely no idea what is right here. I think there's a door.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, were they knocking on the door?
Oh, maybe.
Is it a door?
Bro, they're.
Oh, it isn't here. This is the same floor with all the kids' toys, is it not?
Fire door. Keep closed.
Hide and seek. Yeah.
Keep closed.
Do you want to play hide and seek?
Not in this one.
That's what they're doing.
Not in this room.
Did you hear that? I wholeheartedly have no idea. Like,
This is pitch black. I don't know if it's safe to go in here.
well, that's what I'm saying. We're operating under the assumption, right? This is a perfectly good building, and I cannot fall to the floor. I have no idea what's in front of us.
Should we just step in and maybe not walk any further?
I'm gonna cheat for 1 second because I actually don't know what's in front of us. Oh look, I would have gone down the stairs.
Oh god.
Are you serious?
Yeah, look, I would have fallen down the stairs.
Oh my god.
We were looking into a stairwell. Dude, I would have walked straight down and I would have fallen down these stairs.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Dog.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't just try and walk because I probably would have gone straight and just fallen.
Well, that was nice of them to knock also. Because I
You said, is it not safe?
Yeah, and then we got the loudest knock.
The knock and then yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was
Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I would have 100% just fallen down those stairs.
Holy cow.
Also, I want to say this.
Yes.
Stand
They
right
saved him
here
from being
and
one
just
of them.
stare straight, and then to the left. I swear it kept looking like somebody was kind of poking their head out of the corner to the left.
Let's find out. Let's just rig the hallway.
The bit rate is getting better. It's looking like it's
to capture any form of motion.
Good.
Again, if you hear that feedback.
Yeah, dude.
I'll let you know.
Like that feedback is not normal.
So this is essentially just a long hallway.
We're on
and then the kids' floor, Fancy, and Joanna and Jack are all below us. They're all below us. We heard the sound from the stairwell. The stairwell only went down.
Oh wow.
And if we want to say to the children, all the children's rooms are actually below us.
Yeah. And that could have been them playing on the stairs below us.
Yeah.
Calling, getting our attention to go that way. We followed the noise.
That's good.
Yeah, dude, let's just follow the lead, man.
You're right.
Yeah, we got the noise in the stairwell. The stairwell only goes down.
Yep.
Joanna's below us. The kids' rooms are below us. Fancy's below us. Jack's below us. Here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we walked all the way down to the stairwell. Heard it again. Let's go downstairs.
Oh my god.
Just be careful.
I thought I was
Yeah.
about to run into something.
Just so you know, once you close this, you won't be able to open it.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
Because I just checked. If you check the other side, there's no handles.
Okay. No return.
So.
And for safety reason only, I'm doing this so we don't die.
Okay. You wanna...
Should I make sure that we can actually get...
Yeah. You go down. We'll wait right here.
for safety reason only.
Make sure this actually goes.
Bro, if you don't use that light,
I'm
what
gonna look
are y'all
out here in
doing?
case I see anything.
They really legit.
good
man.
idea, guys.
That's why I messed with them.
We would have been trapped in here. Yeah, we would have been trapped.
They were trying to trap us.
Yeah, dude. Locked.
Bruh.
Locked.
Yo.
Locked. We would have been, and guess what? We didn't even bring the walkies. We would have been 100% locked down here.
Oh my god.
Bro. Hey.
Smart call to
good
just
call.
stay behind.
Because my dumb ass would have walked through that door, and if it was just me and Corey, we would have been stuck down here. But also, respect. If that was a kid or a patient or whoever.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's ask.
If you were
Respect.
trying to pull a prank on us, you were trying to get us locked in here, can you knock or make a noise?
Oh, I hear it. I hear it. Which way are you facing?
To the right of you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like right here.
Whoa, I
Right there.
can see something.
Someone's standing right here.
No, someone's standing right here.
Where?
Right here.
No, it's,
Dude, I keep
someone's
seeing
standing
this,
here.
like orange finger.
So do you think there's someone standing next to us right now?
Yeah, 100%, dude. I'm trying to like actually see what I'm trying to see. I've never seen this before. This is weird.
we're trying to grab it.
Stairwell.
Feedback.
Behind you.
Oh, dude.
Not this view.
I feel like they're gonna have fun with us tonight. have they? And they're not known to be malicious or evil. We legitimately would have been locked in here. Like, hilarious. Locked in here. So let's find another way to go downstairs.
Yeah.
A3.
This is it?
This is A3.
Oh yeah, I see it. A3. What's that sound?
Was that you?
That was you opening the door.
No, it wasn't.
No, there was a beep.
It went dun, and then I opened the door. Ready?
Oh.
This is it?
This is A3.
Oh yeah, I see it. A3. What's that sound?
Head on.
Okay.
Oh, this is Joanne's desk. Joanna.
I can't edit from
Right
here.
here?
Yeah,
Yep.
this is Joanna's desk.
Okay, let's set up here then.
All right.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows where the REM pod is, we're going to destroy it. It's going to be right in the corner of this hallway.
All right, I guess we should go ahead and set up all the tools, and then we'll get this going, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna set up a bunch of cap balls too.
What?
I'm going to take this chair, set it down the other hallway.
So they have to be moved.
Maybe I'll set this up by the elevator. See if anyone's gonna use it.
Capo, whoa!
Whoa!
No!
I missed it. I want this over here though.
No, it's not on camera! No! No!
See if anyone's gonna use it.
Capo, whoa!
Whoa!
No! No, it's not on camera! No! It rolled off the bed! No! It rolled off the bed! No! And this one's going off with Joanna!
Yeah,
Dude,
but
it
there's
rolled off the bed! All three!
Whoa.
It rolled off the bed? I just set up 1 and 2 there. I just took them off. You were facing it. Dude, it rolled off the fucking bed. We're all accounted for. There's no one in here.
Yeah, no,
you
no,
can
no,
hear
no,
it.
no.
You can hear it.
Maybe I'll set this up by the elevator. See if anyone's gonna use it.
Capo, whoa!
Whoa.
No!
Oh my
No,
God.
it's not on camera!
see if
No!
only they had a camera
It
set up
rolled
like
off the
that.
bed! No!
Right there,
Bro,
though.
it rolled off the bed.
Thank you, Fancy. At least we know you're here.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's fancy.
Dog. Okay, wait. Before we go any
Fancy
further,
said,
let's
"Stop
introduce ourselves."
putting stuff in my
I don't
room."
want any of the spirits here to get the wrong idea with us or anything. I want to let them know that we're, you know, good. We mean no harm at all. So I'll start. Hello, for all the spirits and people and entities here. My name's Corey. I mean no harm at all, and I mean no disrespect. I'm just here tonight to honestly talk with you, hang out with you. Maybe you can tell us some stories and tell us about yourself.
I'm Elton. I just want to say thank you for what you've already done. The knocks and leading us to a stairwell which you would have trapped us in, and now perfectly waiting until my cameras could not see this only portion, the only portion
Exactly.
of the hospital. I can't.
Waited till we couldn't see it.
And you knocked the cat ball off. It's frustrating, but thank you. And I kindly ask you that if you wouldn't mind, if you're gonna do anything else like that for the rest of the night, can you please try and do it in front of us, where we can see it? But I now know you are far intelligent enough to know exactly when to do that.
Hello, I'm Jerry. Just want to come here and talk to each and one of you. Don't know if there's only 1, 2, multiple, however many. Would love to get to know every single one of you. Thank you for having us.
Okay, Miss Fancy. I'm gonna set this back up in here, if that's okay with you. And if you would like to show us, you know, you doing that again.
For the record, I think that's happened once at Hellfire Club in Ireland. We
Yeah.
didn't even know until
Really?
editing. It happened another time at Ancient Ram Inn at the dining table.
Oh my god.
Cat balls being pushed off and around or anything. You have to face that way because you have the only third camera now.
Oh my God! Dude!
Thank you.
And they did it when they were filming it. Nice.
And Joanna!
Oh, what?
And Joanna!
You have to face that way, because you have the only third camera now.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh my
We
god!
got that! Dude!
Thank you!
Dude!
Thank you,
I'm
guys!
so happy I told you to face that way.
Thank you!
I'm so happy I told you to face that way. You had the only camera that could face that way.
Dude!
Wow.
Are we holding hands?
Thank you so much,
Dude,
Miss
that's
Fancy.
so cool.
That was so cool!
Can we talk about how both times
That was...
that Miss Fancy pushed the cat ball off of her bed, Joanna made her cat ball go off at the same time? Thank you so much, Miss Fancy. Dude, I turned around within 1 second.
Yeah, I
of
was like,
falling.
please turn around. Please face that direction.
Dude. Oh, that just happened.
Twice!
I have to get more of these now.
Twice!
You know I have to get more of these now, right?
My god.
Every time I try and minimize gear, I go, oh, now we need more.
I
Now we need
know.
more. This also place is 160,000 square feet, and there's 3 of us with 3 tiny cameras.
Do you think she's doing this because she doesn't want it on her bed?
I was thinking the same thing.
She's
'cause she'll
fancy.
just kick it over.
Oh yeah.
Well, also, if she's Miss Fancy, she's a plant in her room, she's meticulous, you just put something that doesn't belong in her room on her bed.
Messing up the
Okay,
feng
Miss
shui.
Fancy, if you don't want that on your bed, just push it off again. Just push it off again, and I won't put it up there anymore, okay? Or Miss Fancy, do you push it off the bed because you find it funny?
It feels weird, like it feels like there's someone behind me right now. It feels like there's someone like right here.
Okay, but you
That,
keep it
just,
on
like,
there.
heavy-
I want to see.
Heavy over my shoulder kind of energy. Like someone was right here. I literally looked back waiting to see.
Maybe she really was just doing that to show us that she's here. And the cat ball is inches from the edge of the bed.
And it's not going anywhere right now. Panasonic in there for now.
Run it. Yep.
What?
This isn't us.
Yeah, that's insane that just
Can't
happened.
even move it. Look at this. No, dude. No effect.
Well, Joanna, I know you watch over these halls, and maybe that's who I felt behind me. If you don't mind, we're gonna see if Fancy wants to speak to us here first, and then we'll come out and speak to you as well. All right, Corey, do you want to ask the first question?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll state where we are.
Feedback.
Which direction?
Right here.
Towards the
In
bed.
front of us.
Is it going?
It is now 3, 2.
It's going.
Hey, Miss Fancy. Is it okay that we're setting our tools and devices on your bed? Miss Fancy, why did you push the cat ball? Miss Fancy, why did you push the cat ball off of the bed?
Oh my god, it's freaking screeching, dude.
You should step out of the room and point it in here and see if that changes anything. Because if you step out of the room and it stops, that means she wants you out of the room. Go ahead, keep going. This camera's out there. You're safe. Keep going. Keep going. You're fine. Good. You're
Am I
safe.
pointing this way?
Did it stop?
It stopped.
It
Now
did
you're out
stop.
of the room. Miss Fancy, if you want us to leave, we will. But just to make sure, can you actually say the word leave?
Fancy, we want us to leave. We will. Just to make sure, can you actually say the word leave?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So the only theory I have is they've only started investigating here about a year ago. Everyone so far has seen apparitions, poltergeist activity. They never mentioned any EVPs.
Right.
There's some photographs. So what if this is like highly intelligent spirits, but the same way you have to learn to be a doctor, you have to learn how to use tools.
They communicate, yeah.
Like all we did was just pull out the recorder and never explained how to work, or do they have the skill set to use it? This might be the equivalent of like a spirit performing heart surgery. You know what I mean? Like this might be, I think it is, because these are the most rare ways to get communication. We're hearing raw interference on the microphone. We're hearing something pass in front of the mic. We're hearing knocks. Cat balls are being pushed off. Facing me, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like it feels like there is something here.
Oh yeah. I just have big time chills as well.
You want to try something a little bit more simpler? Yes and no. Yeah. They know how to manipulate energy. We know that Fancy can manipulate energy, or Joanna, or whoever's in here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start simpler. That's crazy that got pushed off the bed.
Twice.
And that's an uphill angle too, which is absurd. It fell that direction, like up the hill. Yeah, you're right, dude. Like, yeah, that's incredible. So maybe let's step out the room then, because everything happened when we weren't in the room.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna step out.
All you have to do is bring yourself, your spirit, your energy, as close as you can to that flashlight. And it should give it just enough to turn on. Oh my God, the first time in like 5 investigations it turned on.
It's Fancy real.
This is so brand new to investigations that we have to start with the smaller, simpler devices.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mrs. Fancy.
Thank you, Miss Fancy.
So now, whenever you step away, whenever you pull your energy away, yep.
Oh. Yep. Just like that.
It's perfect.
See?
Perfect. That was incredible. Thank you. So now, whenever you want to say yes to anything, you want to confirm anything, you can put your energy back in.
I heard that.
That to me, I just don't understand if the feedback is. To me, the feedback, I don't know.
It's literally only coming from that direction, though. I literally scanned around entire 360.
Right, but I want to understand is that feedback like a trying to communicate, or is that feedback like a get out of here? And I don't know which one it is. Well, we did say put your energy in when we get something correct. What is so crazy to me? REM pod hasn't gone off.
Right.
Motion sensor box hasn't gone off yet.
No.
Nothing in these hallways.
Nothing.
Just in this room.
The other cat ball hasn't gone off.
Again, if you can put your energy into the flashlight for a yes, whenever we have something correct. Did you, in fact, die here? Did you pass away in this hospital?
Oh my God.
Flip it that way? Because that camera has it. I want to keep this pointed this way.
So,
I just said nothing's gone off.
So would that be Fancy or someone else?
Something else. Someone else.
No, someone else.
She did die here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Joanna had a heart attack.
And I just asked, did you die here? Pointing it this way. We got an answer over there.
We would love to speak
It is.
with whoever is down this hall.
Here, you want to go back?
I just watched a shadow walk across the door, like where it's lit up.
Yeah.
I saw it go.
And if you get feedback again, let me know.
Which way?
Just if you get it, just let me know.
Okay.
Because we can double confirm.
Okay.
Flashlight never went off again, man.
No. No.
Isn't that so crazy? They acknowledge they know how to use it. Perfectly acknowledge they know how to use it. What is that?
But like, didn't answer.
What was that?
You saw that?
Did you see?
saw that?
What was
What the
that?
That's
Dude,
not our light?
No. That was dude. That was coming from the room.
What the heck?
Is there any cameras facing this way?
No.
Facing which way?
That
This way.
Not all the way, no.
What was
Yeah, with that.
Dude. It almost felt like it was cat ball, but we didn't have any.
Here's what's
cat
gonna
ball.
happen though. Every time we move the camera, it's gonna happen the other direction.
Dude, but it went from like
To like.
it was like
Down here.
Yeah.
down there.
And it shot through the window.
Dude, it lit up the entire hall.
The entire hall lit up like it was a flashlight, but it was like a blue light.
That might have seen just the edge of it, because that camera by you is pointed a little bit.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that might have seen it.
I hope so.
Your K2 kind of sounds like a medical machine.
A little bit, right?
Yeah. Hey, Joanna, we're just going to try talking to you now. We were trying to talk to some of the patients and other workers that could be here. So if at any time, Joanna, you want to touch that, let us know you're here.
Am I correct in assuming that at the end of that hall is the rocking horse?
Yep.
And then Jack's room. And Jack doesn't like to be disturbed. I'm also just trying to remember that we did have that go off or I died here.
You think that could have been Jack?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think about who else could be down there. Because that is the only time that went off, and it went off precisely with "Did you die here?"
Yeah. And remember, Joanna, if you want to talk to us, all you have to do is touch that antenna.
No, this is not Jack's room.
That's not?
No, because there is no rocking horse here.
What the heck? What's up? Pause right.
So we're off by a whole floor. There's medical beds in here, though.
No way.
What is that?
Joanna.
So it is Joanna.
It's Joanna.
It's Joanna.
Hey,
Okay.
Joanna.
Maybe she just returned to her desk. Maybe that's what we caught over there.
Yeah, we literally went to go get sidetracked.
Yeah.
And she confirmed it's her.
Joanna, would you feel more comfortable if we backed away from your desk a little bit?
Dude, you know what's so crazy? I heard it before you did.
Did you really?
I heard it in my head.
Really?
The feedback?
Yeah. I was contemplating, do I want to say that I hear feedback right now? And then it happened 3 seconds later.
Literally.
I heard it in my head first.
What?
I gotta stop breaking the rule. When I hear or see something, I have to say it immediately.
Yeah.
You wanna try Phasmabox? Yes. I feel like if anyone can communicate through it, it's gonna be Joanna.
Yeah, dude. Let's go to Phasma. Okay, you guys ready? Yeah. Hello?
Whoa. That was so
Could you tell us your name?
Hmm?
I'm hearing a lot of hellos.
same.
Is someone named Evan here with us? Is there anything
Yeah.
you want to say to us? That's Joanna.
Is it starting to heat up for you guys?
Getting hot? Is it also kind of feeling like...
Bitch, I'm retired?
What?
Dude, that was...
Starting to heat up for you guys?
Getting hot? Is it also kind of feeling like...
Bitch, I'm retired?
What?
Returned? I don't think I heard
Or
retired.
just say, watch, I'm retired.
I don't know.
Just say, bitch, I'm retired.
Oh my god.
I need to see if that's on the...
And it just stopped.
I need to check and see if that's on the frame.
No, that means something walked past it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
It's on frame now. It sounded like I'm retired. Something I'm retired. Watch, I'm retired. Bitch, I'm retired. Whoa, first time it went off.
Is there anyone here who's retired?
Joanna, do you regret saying that you would never leave here? Do you wish you could stop watching over this hospital now? How many employees are here right now? I heard welcome 1.
Same.
I want to set the bear in the chair, but I feel like I shouldn't be doing that. I almost feel like she's in the chair. Joanna, is it okay if we set this teddy bear in your chair? See, oh, here. Walk up to the chair. Can I set this here? I don't really want to. Yeah. Yeah, it feels weird, right?
I'm picturing someone sitting in the
Yeah,
chair. I don't know if it's because you said that. Do you want me to get out of your...
Yup.
Go back where you came.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Joanna.
Go back where you came.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Go back where you came. That's actually where we came from, is it not?
Where we came from.
Yeah. We literally that was the hallway we entered through.
You want us to leave?
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay. I heard
what?
I heard that they're bothering you.
Yeah,
like a conversation.
A little bit.
What?
Oh.
Who's she asking?
Okay, I'm
Who
sorry.
asked
We know
what?
it's late.
This is a conversation going on. Okay.
We will...
I just heard a footstep.
What? Okay. I'm sorry, Joanna. Should we leave?
She asked us to. I think we should.
I think we should too.
Out of respect.
Yeah.
We apologize.
I'm sorry.
In your space.
Yeah, I wonder if even retirement, like I'm retired for the night. You know what I mean? I'm not here to talk about this right now.
We mean no disrespect at all to you. We're sorry if you didn't like us doing it. Catball got pushed off the bed 2 times.
Twice.
Yeah, and we got wildly intelligent answers every time as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, the only time the REM pod went off was directly in response to a question, and then immediately right after. Like, everything we've gotten has been precision.
It has.
The flashlight only went on when we explained how it worked, and it turned off when we explained how to turn it off. Everything has been, like, with precision. Again, it's one of those places where it's so big, and there's no active power in here anymore, and there's not that many people coming to investigate here anymore. So where are they pulling their energy from? You know what I mean? Like, in order to do these things, they probably only have a finite amount of energy they can use.
That's why I don't get that.
Dude!
Oh, we didn't even...
We're leaving. Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna leave. We just
Sorry.
wanted to make sure we didn't leave any messes. Is there somewhere else you want us to go? Is there someone else you think would want to speak to us in the hospital? Or do you want us to leave this part of the hospital completely? I hear your feedback.
Mm-hmm. It was pointing towards Corey.
I just got a terrible leg pain.
Really?
Yeah, I actually still have it currently. Did you hurt your leg?
Yep. Feedback. Oh, that's heavy.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Your eyes work harder at night? Or do they use less energy at night? Because my eyes are starting to get heavy. But your eyes probably work harder in the day, I'm assuming?
I would assume they work harder during the day.
Right.
Yeah, my eyes are starting to feel heavy.
Feel it. Remember what we said? If you're feeling something, go with it.
All I'm feeling just like my eyes is, you know what I mean? Like I'm like squinting to keep them open.
Well, I know this kind of sounds crazy, but like, what if you closed your eyes and kind of just relaxed, and what if they kind of gave you a vision or something in your head that they want you to see or want us to go to?
Why not? If there's anyone here that feels as though they can communicate more easily through me, through my person, through my mind. You have permission to do so only within this hospital. That is easier for you. Then I am more than welcome to it. What about you guys?
Whoa.
That was directly at me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What about you guys? Or is it just me?
I think it's just you,
It's just
bro.
you.
I'm chilling.
Me too.
Whoa.
Oh, that hurt my head.
What the That was insane timing.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
I was about to. I saw someone, but I didn't know where they were. And that was the exact moment that it just.
Do you know what they looked like?
No, I tried. They were leaning against the wall. That's all I know.
You know what's so crazy? The moment I was scanning towards that way, towards the walls, when that super high pitch discrepancy came.
Oh, it just got freezing right here. Whoa, you guys should come right here. Come feel this right now. I got mega chills. It is free. Oh, dude, right here. Look, look, put your hands right here. Elton, come feel
dude,
this.
It's so cold here.
Elton, come feel this.
It's so cold here.
Do you feel it?
Let me sit back down.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you feeling weird?
No, I'm just gonna sit back down and figure out where they are.
Where are you?
Oh man, it's.
Something's telling me go straight, left, and then up.
Okay, let's do it. This is weird. That timing is absurd. Because my eyes were 100%
Crazy.
closed.
Yeah.
And what I saw,
Let's
I'm not
do
saying
it.
it was here, but what I saw, and this is all I saw, was this. Like exactly this. Just a shape, left shoulder on a wall. That's it.
Dude, chilling.
And then as soon as I tried to like see it harder, I heard in my head just, and then I heard it right after.
Yep. And very accurately, this is pointing towards right there.
So which way?
Straight and then left and then up.
And then left.
I don't even know if that's a possibility.
What is even?
Oh! I saw a shadow person.
Oh my.
I saw their head. I kept looking. I knew it.
Then
Everyone,
that one.
please come stand right here. You see the square light in front of us?
Yeah.
Just stare at it. Watch. You'll see their head. Just watch.
Oh, I see it.
You saw that?
I saw that.
Look,
They're peeping
right
down.
now.
They went down.
Yeah.
What?
Right now.
It's like going up and down, right?
Yes.
Then let's go that way.
Can you stick your head up? It's
What
blocking
the
us.
heck?
Now-
Let's go that way. Please stay standing there.
Dude, if there's a chair right there, I swear someone's sitting on that chair. Right in front of you, Corey.
There's a chair right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a chair right here. Okay, so what's wild is this is where.
It smells weird right here. Where? Right here.
Huh?
What do you mean it smells weird?
It smells like musty. It's the first and only place that to me smells musty. It smells fine.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really smell anything.
Here and only here. It smells like old, moldy.
Like a wet towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I smell it.
Just only right here.
Old furniture.
What's crazy is I open this, I don't know if there's anything in there or not. And I will never know until watching the footage. Alright, Corey, where's left and up?
Can we go through this?
We can get locked out again?
No, this is locked. I think this is the part up when you're trying to come down here. This is the door that you're trying to go into.
Oh.
Because this is the part you see.
Whoa.
This is locked right here.
The original knock we heard
Was from here.
that
It's from
tried
here.
to get us in there.
Yep.
And this is where you both just saw someone peeking.
Yep.
Wow.
You both just saw someone peeking. That's the exact same stairwell.
But it wasn't a kid. It wasn't a kid.
Unless they were jumping up and down? No?
It was tall, dude.
Tall? Okay.
It was tall.
Whoa. It led us right back to the same stairwell. Then let's go to Jack's section, the kids section.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Whoa, confirmation,
dude.
Dude, I feel like we've gotten confirmation from Fancy, from Joanna, and then from whoever the spirit is, the kid, the prankster, the adult. Like they're all giving us like triple confirmation that they're here.
They are. Jesus.
Whoa.
What?
I 100% stopped because I thought this was a door I was about to walk into. I just saw like a giant black figure, mass.
Stop.
Like, I can see you. I know where you are. Why are you doing that? Why are you running?
Because I just like, I hope there's a mirror right here. Is that, you touching me?
Yeah, that's me, that's me.
Oh my God. Dude, we can't see shit, bro. Like, this is terrifying.
This is Jack's room. And this, so where we started.
Where we started.
Where we started is in Jack, and Jack hates people being in his room, being in his floor, and we got led that way and got completely let out. This is, yeah. Where we started is where we wanted to be.
Wow.
And where he started also was where he was about to trap us, though.
Right.
That's the one.
Yeah. So Jack.
Think about it.
Jack, and this is where you saw the pictures.
Wow.
This is where you took the picture. It appeared right here in this glass.
So what, you think it was Jack? You think Jack tricked us to leave?
I mean,
when we were right where we wanted to be?
She said that he hates when people go in his room. And we never even got a chance to go near it.
No.
We never even had a chance to go near it because immediately we went down that way.
Is this Jack's room?
Yeah. I would go in there.
Okay. Sorry, Jack.
I think we now know who that was. He said it wasn't a kid, he was too tall. I think that might have just been Jack, just like leading us as far away from here as possible. We got so confused trying to find this exact place, the first place that we got to, and we couldn't possibly understand where we were.
We got played. Honestly.
It's funny.
Holy cow.
What's crazy is that that's 3 confirmations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy,
Yep.
Joanna, and
Jack.
Jack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Wow. What?
I don't know, I just stopped here because I thought I saw something. I see a little rocking chair with some toys in it.
Hey, yo.
Is this the nursery?
I think this is the nursery.
This is
right
it.
here.
Whoa.
This is the nursery right here. Why?
I mean, I immediately stopped right here because I thought I saw someone standing right there. And then there's toys in the chair, and this is the kids' area.
Yep.
This is the nursery.
Here we are.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
This is it, right?
Yeah, dude, this is it. All the dolls are in here in the beds.
I'll take Bear from you.
Go ahead.
Whoa.
What? What?
You good? What?
Did you hear something?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, I couldn't hear
We're
it.
going to use a
You
device
can hear.
right now that's just meant to help you speak to us. So I'm going to turn it on, and we're hoping that you'll be able to use this and talk to us.
Hi, guys. My name's Corey. This is...
really here.
I'm really here.
Hi.
Hi,
I'm
this
glad
is
you're
Jerry.
here. I'm Jerry.
If there's anyone in here that wants to play some games, I have a really fun game that we can play, and it's called the Points Game. The first person to get to 10 points wins, okay? And you're the king of the games for the whole day. So I set up 2 different balls that light up different colors, okay? I set one on the toy right there, and I put another ball in that little bed right over there. The first one to make one of the balls lights up gets 3 points, okay? You're gonna get 3 points if you make the ball light up first. You guys ready? On your mark, get set, go. Okay. No one got it. No one got the 3 points. All right, let's make this a little spicier. Ready? You see this teddy bear right here?
I'm a little sad.
Oh.
I'm a little sad.
Why?
Is that why you don't want to play a game? Man, I'm sweating bullets in here.
Me too.
79.8 degrees.
What? Ain't no way, bro.
It's fluctuating. It's going.
It feels like it's in the 90s, dog.
Yeah.
I'm dripping.
Oh.
The flashlight.
You're here.
Hey.
What's really cool is that I can like see that on the thermal.
We know you're here. Thanks for turning the flashlight on. Are you a boy? Turn the flashlight off if you're a boy.
We're moving around.
We're moving around.
What?
Multiple of you.
Well,
they're walking
just
around.
in case you guys still want to play a game, this is a teddy bear that we brought. And look, ready? If I touch it, if I touch its head, or if I touch its tummy, it'll light up.
Oliver.
What the fuck is that?
You just stood up.
As it said, Oliver.
Oh my god.
Wait, everyone stand up. It just said, now stand up again.
What did you just touch?
I was touching the bear.
Why is
Yeah,
it
that's
on?
it.
Dude, I was touching the head of the bear. And it
There's
said,
no way.
Oliver. Amy.
Ain't Oliver,
Oliver
Amy.
and Amy.
They're moving around.
What is that?
Why is it
I
still
all I
on?
see is the green light.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's a chair.
Wait, the chair lit up?
Yes. The chair turned
Bro, I
on
gotta
by
remember that
itself.
they're in the dark.
I stood up.
Okay.
TUV. HIJK Yeah.
Do you know any other games?
Oliver, Amy, are there any other games? Wait. I've been in here trying to play a game with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps saying, let's play the ABC game.
Mm-hmm. They don't want to play your game. They want to play their
You
game.
want to play a different game.
Yeah.
Ahead.
They're one step ahead of us.
Okay,
Yeah, I
we
was
can
thinking
play
that
the
too, I might.
ABC game. Okay. I'm going to sit back down, okay?
And then they say stand up.
Dude, do you guys understand how
Stand up.
wild this is?
Stand up.
Okay.
This is the exact opposite of what you always do to the spirits. You like show up and like get all your points, and then here they are going, stand the fuck up.
You're right, yeah.
Christian.
All right, Oliver. All right, Amy. If you want to play the ABC game, can you turn the flashlight back on?
I think they want to play the game, man.
You think?
What I want to know is how is that chair sending messages? Is it motion
Right.
activated?
I have no
Is
idea.
it force activated?
I have no idea.
Because it just stopped.
Like I don't understand how that's working.
I know. And we didn't turn it on.
No.
We're not touching any buttons. QRS
Sit down.
TUV.
Okay.
Let's just with this. Sorry, excuse me. I'm down to take a rest. Oh, okay.
I don't know if he should sit down.
Dude, EFG. Minnow P. TUV.
Okay.
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
in here too.
What's up, Nicholas?
Hi, Nicholas.
We got Oliver, Amy, and Nicholas.
So there's 3 of you now.
How is that activated? Can you like move your leg in front of like the green light? Okay, so it's not motion. Is it force? Oh, stand up, sit down.
As if they're sitting up in the...
It's force activated.
Eli.
These are all kids' names, or just
What-
names, but...
Whew, ABC game's fun.
I like it.
Can we do a test?
Archangel.
Archangel.
You know what that makes me think? This is the children's room. They're all in here having fun playing, and there's an archangel in here watching over them, protecting them.
Can you just put a little bit of weight on the chair and see if it sets it off?
I'll move the bear. Dude,
Move the bear.
let me turn this off for... If I push down on this chair and it starts going, then that means that it's weight activated.
It's not.
No.
And it's the chair? Bruh.
So how is it activated?
I'm so
Dude,
confused.
it is weight activated. It's just broken.
Huh?
So how did it turn on?
Construct.
Construct. Wait, are there building blocks in here? Are there any like building like toy blocks or anything that we can like Legos?
Do you want us to build something?
I mean, it's kind of dark in there.
Be, like, blocks in here or something.
I'm gonna turn this back on. Yo, the chair's turned off.
Oh, the chair's off.
The chair's off.
Whoa.
The chair's off.
The
Wait,
chair's turned itself off.
Yeah.
the chair's off.
Whoa.
I'm gonna turn this back on. Yo, the
Yeah, watch there be like blocks in here or something.
I'm gonna turn this back on. Yo, the chair's turned off.
Oh, the chair's off.
The chair's
How
off.
was it? It wasn't already turned off, right?
The chair's off.
The
Wait,
chair's turned itself off.
Yeah.
and the balloon's moving. Dude, the balloon.
Isn't this the table that she warned us about? This is the table she
Yeah,
said they loved to play
with the book and everything, the one that you had.
Are
Yeah.
there any building blocks in here? Like Legos or anything like that?
I don't see anything. I'm gonna put this back in the chair.
You know what's funny?
What?
Look. A, B,
C,
C,
D, E, F.
Whoa. Oh. That's ours.
It's learning time. A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
It's all here.
Oh my god, that's what you wanted.
Hey.
Y and Z.
Hey.
Now I know my. Yeah.
The light's still on.
They
It
like
just
it.
wanted
They
the
were
song to
probably
play.
dancing.
It wanted us to turn on the table.
It turned the chair on to do the ABC song with us, so we could realize to
So you
play
could just do that.
the actual ABC song. Wait. Can you press a button on this toy? We'll keep dancing with you and singing.
Us.
Oh my god, dude.
What? That's right, we'll play with all of you. This is fun. We got Oliver, we got Amy, Nicholas. Can you play a song for us?
Eli.
What song do you know how to play?
Liam.
Liam.
Was that Liam that touched that?
Liam.
Hi, Liam.
Hey, Liam.
Can you say what number?
Alma.
I know a Liam.
Hey, Alma.
Hi,
Alma.
Why would you do that?
Stop it.
Why would you
Why
do
would
that?
you do that?
Why are you doing that?
Oh.
Bruh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's jam. Play your favorite song. We'll jam together.
Malas.
Malice. That was honestly incredible. Thanks, guys, for playing.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for teaching us a new game.
Yeah. You guys ready for bed now? It's getting late.
They're like Elton was performing malice activities. No.
Compared to the rest of the hospital.
Really?
When you walk out, it's going to feel 20 degrees cooler.
Wow.
That's insane.
And 3 of us in this room should not heat it up that.
No.
It was so cool.
That was amazing.
You turn the table back on? If you want us to keep playing? ABC?
Oh.
Harry.
Harry.
He's in here now.
It's a Harry now.
Harry?
Hey, Harry.
Is the flashlight almost going off every time we get a name?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It feels like every time we get a name, the flashlight goes off.
Yep.
We've gotten 6 or 7 names since coming in here.
Yeah.
We love talking.
Aww.
Okay.
Aww.
We love talking to y'all too.
Yeah. Can you open up that part that you closed, Elton?
It's not on anymore.
Wait.
Did it die?
I think they're done. They probably turned it off. Is there a battery, like a switch?
My bones.
Is it really not working?
Wait, what?
Guys. Okay. You want to wrap up in here?
Yeah, we can say goodbye.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, we had a lot of fun playing with you.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for talking with us, and thanks for playing with us, guys. But we're going to go ahead and leave, okay? Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Had a good time, y'all.
And now this isn't turning on.
No, dude.
Remember all their names? Yep.
Investigator.
Yes.
Investigator.
Whoa.
That's us.
That's us. That's right.
Hi.
And that's why we can talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver, Amy, Eli,
Nicholas.
Yep. Liam, Alma, Harry. It's cool that we all have friends here, though. I'm glad you guys get to have fun and play in here. It is weird. It does feel like a very pleasantly haunted place. As strange as that sounds, it feels like happily haunted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting some of my favorite evidence at this place. This is a very cool investigation. I think that's a perfect spot to wrap up.
That was so cool.
That was a great way to wrap up.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That was so freaking cool.
Dude.
Wow.
Great.
Wow.
Great, dude. Seriously.
That was so awesome. Dude. Thank you guys. Honestly, thank you guys. That was awesome.
That's a rarity, my friend.
That was just...
Everything was with precision. That's what I love. No
Yeah.
wasted energy.
Yep.
Everything that was done, every noise we heard led us somewhere into something.
Mhm.
Everything led to something. Nothing ever led to nothing.
Yeah.
Like everything that led us upstairs, and then we walked, and then we stopped, and then boom, like everything.
Everything made sense.
Yeah.
There wasn't one
I was
thing-
genuinely
there
just
wasn't
into
one
this,
piece
so
of
that's why I
evidence
was not.
that
I was
led
not
us to a
talking.
dead end.
No.
Everything. was
That's why.
And
I was just like, you know, I'm gonna watch, talk whenever my brain allows me to, you know.
I would say, yeah, 6'1".
100%.
See?
That's what
That
I
might
saw.
be the head that we saw too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
W from the Overnight Boys. W. W. That was a W. Shout out everybody who was here. It's 10 o'clock now, you know. That's when we wrap it up. So yeah, I'm tired, but I gotta go work on this stuff again. Video tomorrow and video Sunday. So I'll see you guys later. As you can see, I am a bit tired. Of course, the energy is a bit lower. But yeah, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.